Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome back, guys. The Limbus Company. Yeah. Nice to see you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. It is Patch Notes Day and Kit Reveal Day. We have Middle OUTIS, which, if you haven't seen already. Oh, bullseye indeed. If you haven't seen already, God, fucking, someone in ProjectMoon is a part of the middle, because what the fuck? But not only that, we have a few major things today as well. Railway 6 is this week. We also have normal patch notes and a surprised engine upgrade. We'll be talking about all these things today, guys. But first, how are you guys going? Say, good girl, the puppy girl exists in the PMverse. Tuesdays are the teaser images. Mondays are always the kit review, the kit IDs. Is it better than Ricardo? Well, Ricardo is very good. Let me just put you that way. Ricardo is great. In fact, Ricardo is amazing. This is like 3 Ricardos. We will not be doing any mirror dungeon today, guys. There is a lot to talk about today. So today we are going to be strictly focusing on the patch notes. We are also going to strictly be focusing on the identity. And that will take up the whole day. So we won't be doing any extra runs today. For a good reason as well. Let me explain. The reason that we're also not doing a run today, then I can just quickly show off, is because tomorrow is the last mirror dungeon that I have to do to get 100% completion in Limbus Company achievements. So I want to save that for a very special, and I don't want to share that spotlight with OUTISm. So tomorrow we're going to be doing the 50th run according to the achievements, and that's what we'll be doing. So we're not going to be doing any MD today. Today is just going to be strictly speaking about the patch notes. The order of events that we are going to be going through, comparative to that of standard events, is going to be as follows. First things first, let me actually open the tab for y'all so you can see. We have 3 pieces of content today to talk about. Important notes and improvements following a Unity version upgrade. We have Railway 6. We have the standard patch notes and Middle OUTIS. Yes, this is what Middle OUTIS looks like. I hope you like purple. Because, yeah. This is what the first page looks like. Yeah. So, this is the second page. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I counting that right? That's 6 passives. But wait. There's more. She also has a 3rd page of just status effects. So, she's got a lot. And we've got a lot. It's a great day, guys, to be part of the middle. All right, let me just say right here, guys. Middle is my, is the faction that I would want to be in the most. So it's a great day for middle gamers. You have Ricardo, who is insane on his own, and he's he's like the best, one of the best team leaders in the entire game. You have Middle OUTIS, who is just a fucking monster. Okay, a fucking monster. You got Kiwa, who is the middle cutie pie, who's also gonna get slimed out, but we'll get to that. So, yeah, there's a lot to talk about today. And we're gonna be talking about All of it. So we're gonna wait a little bit for everyone to get, gather up and get in here, and we're gonna go through. But I guess I'll give y'all a small TLDR of what's going on. The first thing here we have is in improvements following Unity upgrade. So it seems to be that Limbus company runs, or had been running, on an older version of Unity. This is a Unity. By the way, I didn't even know that this was a Unity game. I had y'all tell me this was a Unity. I didn't even know that. But apparently, this was running on an old version of Unity, and they decided to upgrade it, which will make the game run better. So that's awesome. However, this is also dropping immediately on Railway 6, which, let's be 1000%, some bullshit's gonna go wrong. I hope it don't. But dropping a whole game update, yeah, that's gonna be wicked. Then we have Railway Line 6. We have info. We have teasers. We have confirmation on the bosses. I have not seen any of the bosses yet. Don't tell me. I've kept it spoiler free so that we can look at them together. We have line 6, how the gimmick's going, what are the possible rewards, so much stuff here. We also have the patch notes, which has a bunch of bug fixes in it as well. Prey just finished? Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. So, we just, we have a bunch of patches and stuff. There's a bunch of bug fixes and stuff, and all of that goodness. And then obviously we have Middle OUTIS. Yo, thank you for the Nari! Nari, can't wait for High Show versus House of Spiders. Hey, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Thank you for the Nari! I've seen the Railway 6 trailer, but I haven't seen the patch notes to see what is inside of it. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff. Did I know that our issue had color in T-Corp? Yes, we found that out when we were playing, and we went to T-Corp. And I was like, holy shit, she has color. I was like, damn. What are they going to do with Valencina? Yeah, we might be cooked. So, do you even know how to fight the middle? Would they just spam counters? Great question. So Pekka don't actually use defensive skills. That's actually like a thing, by the way. I'm not sure if it's coded that they use defensive skills, or if it's coded that like they can use them, but they just don't because they always prioritize attacks and ego. But if they make it so that, I mean, this is literally the line, like the RR to have Envy Pekka use defensives. Because if, like, imagine you start Envy Pekka fight with the middle, and all 6 of those motherfuckers are countering, bro. Like, what do you do? What do you actually do against that? I don't know. We will see about that. But yes, as stated, we have a bunch of things to go over today. And the first thing we will be talking about is the Unity version. So let's start and have a little read chat of what this important note and improvement following the Unity version upgrade is. Important notes and improvements following the Unity version upgrade. Hello, this is ProjectMoon. To provide a more stable game service and comply with store policies. Okay, so that's why they're getting forced to. Limbus company will be upgraded to the latest version of the Unity engine, the May 28th, 2026 scheduled update, aka this week. Resource downloads will be required once the engine update is deployed. Additionally, the minimum supported OS requirements will be raised, potentially restricting access on certain devices. Please refer to the details below for more info. Will this make lower PCs run better, or like my PC is already a potato, just barely able to run Limbus? Theoretically, this should make the game run better. However, this might, depending on what we will see what the requirements are, chat. The game, okay, let me explain. The game itself They don't explain it here, but the OS requirements, it's just talking about operating system, chat. It's not talking about, like, GPUs or, it's not talking about GPUs, CPUs. It's strictly the operating system. We will see what that is when we get there. So for now, don't doom post yet. We will see. Unity engine version upgrade schedule. The Unity version upgrade will be applied starting with the game version 1.106. Is this the first time we get like a game version? I actually don't know. Scheduled to be updated May 28th. So, Windows 10 stuff. Yeah. So, here we have, chat, the first thing. Major improvements. Compatibility with the latest devices and operating systems. So this is improvements. With the game engine upgraded to the latest version, compatibility has been improved for the latest PC environments and newer smartphone operating systems. This is obviously for if you have a new device. Overall improvements to in-game speed and performance. With the new engine's version's fundamental optimizations, managers may notice improvements in loading speed, frame stability, UI transitions, etc., depending on the individual device specifications and gameplay environment. So if you are not at the attest to this, you will be getting easier compatibility and improved performance. So this is a net upgrade overall. Notice on restrictions for certain devices. Now, this is going to be talking about the, you know, what else there is. To prevent account loss, managers who are playing Limbus Company with a guest account on any of the systems linked to listed below are required to link their account to Google, Apple, or Steam. So, TLDR, if you are playing a guest account for whatever reason, please link your account. What do you mean may? What if we may not? That is, you are legally obligated to not ever be 100% guaranteed. That's how legality works. You cannot say this update will 100% improve your performance because then you can get sued. I know it's stupid, it's dumb, it doesn't make any sense, but yes, you have to be vague with everything. So here are the notice on restrictions for certain devices. If you are on a Android OS and you're using the AOS system, the minimum OS requirement, Android 8.0 or API 26 or higher. The game installation and launch will no longer be possible on smartphones running Android 7 or earlier versions. I don't know what type of Android phones that is. I guess I can look. What Android phones use Android 8.0 OS? That's a lot of phones. I don't. Oh, that's like, okay. 2018 and below. 2017. Okay, so that's like 2018. So 2018, 2017 and below. If you are using a phone from 2017 and below from Android, I believe 2017. It's either 2017 or 2016. You need to now be using 2018 to 2019 plus. So a year up. I believe, because I believe so. I believe it's 2017, 2018. Next will be iOS. Minimum OS requirement, iOS 13 or higher. A8 chipset or higher. Game installation and launch will no longer be possible on iPhone 6 or older models. Okay, it literally tells you here, it says Android 7, iPhone 6. iPhone 6 is very old. It's a good phone. It's a good phone, don't get me wrong. It's a cheaper. But it is no longer on iPhone 6 or older. I'm not sure what the original was. It said here what the original was. I don't know what that is. Not my iPhone 5. And then Steam Minimum OS requirement, Windows 10 version 2.1H2 or higher, aka I believe the literal last version of the last Windows update that's available, or I'm not sure what I think 2.1H2 is the latest. Actually, I don't think 2.1H2 is the latest major one. I think it's something like that. Anyway, Windows 10 or H2H or higher. As official support for Windows 7 and 8 have been discontinued, and the engine does not support running on these systems, the game will crash upon launch on Windows 7 and 8 and can become inaccessible. On Snapdragon 6 and up, and below I think you could play about with lags. Okay, good to know. So how do you even have 10? You can still run 10. You just, you know, there's just no security updates, chat. But yeah, pretty much Windows 10 or higher, which is Windows 10 or 11. So Windows is at 11 now, but you can still use, it's like how people can still use Windows 7, chat. The last version of Windows, yeah. So this is the last version of Windows. And 7 and 8 are no longer inaccessible. I don't even know anybody who has 7 or 8 left. I think there may have been some old ass laptops from 40 years ago that had 7 or 8. I don't remember. But yeah, 10 is the version that a majority use, by the way, or used to use before 11. So I don't think this will affect much people. Maybe, who knows. And then we have graphical API and performance. Unity 6 is optimized for Vulkan, Metal, and the Universal Render Pipeline. On devices that only support OpenGL, ES, graphics may not display properly or performance may be degraded. On Steam, the graphic API will prioritize Direct 12. If 12 cannot be used, the game will use 11 as an alternative. However, when using 11, error may occur during the graphical rendering. So, if you have a phone that can support it, it should be better, chat. That's pretty much what I'm understanding. If you have a mobile device or a computer, doesn't it auto download? Well, drivers that graphic APIs and drivers you have to do. But yeah. So we will see, chat, on the day if Limbus runs better. But theoretically, everything should be running better, you know, because it's on a better engine. Now, whether that's how the engine works or not, I don't know. There's probably going to be bugs. There's probably going to be a lot of bugs. Is Steam the ideal way to prevent losing your account? Yes. It is highly recommended that you have a Steam account and you make sure you link your... If you play on mobile, like, if you play through your mobile account, you should make sure you link the mobile to Steam. Steam is the safest way to play it because mobile is always finicky. You can always lose access to your mobile. I hope there are so many bugs and errors and mistakes and we get 10 pulls. Here's also the big thing, by the way. We have resource re-downloads by platform. With the deployment of the Unity version upgrade, each platform will re-download resources adapting to the new game engine. As the download size is very large, managers playing on mobile are advised to use a Wi-Fi connection for stable installations and to reduce data charges. Download sizes are as follows. Steam is approximately 14 gigs, Android is approximately 11, iOS is approximately 10. Now, before you comment, hold on, they explain it very poorly. They are not saying you are re-downloading 14 gigabytes. Chat. Okay, let me explain and clarify. They are very bad at explaining how this works. You are not downloading the game again. You are not downloading all 14 gigabytes. You are doing a re-download. 90% or 75% of the files are already there. Yes, this does not take any space. You are just re-updating the files. There's no more space needed. It's just essentially refreshing the game. Which it will say like downloading the files. It's not downloading. It is not downloading another 14. It is just the same amount, like the same amount. So that'll be on patch day, which means every motherfucker is downloading 14 gigabytes or 11 or 10 on the day, which is going to be very funny. So I want to say maybe only like 75 to 65 to 85% of it is going to be like, yeah, it's like correcting files. It's like when you do like a patch, like you re-download everything, you know. It's like clearing cache, chat. It's not actually making you download more files. Can they handle that traffic? That's a great question. You have to do it again. You just have to, yeah, but it's not going to re-download more gigabytes. It's just going to re-download the game. So speaking of that, can they do it? Clearing Kathy. Follow-up measures after the Unity version upgrade. Please note that the Unity version upgrade to be applied on the game with the May 20th update may bring various unexpected errors on the day. Although ProjectMoon's development team is carefully monitoring the overall server and the system's environment as thoroughly as possible, some issues may still occur that we are not discovered in advance. So they've already theoretically done this. Should you notice any abnormal game behavior or experience any inconvenience following the update, please reach out to Limbus Company Customer Support Center with the relevant details. Upon ticket receipt, we will do our utmost to check and address the flagged issues as soon as possible. Please direct any bugs reports to Limbus Company email, limbussupport+bug@projectmoon.com. Thank you. So, TLDR on what the fuck the Unity upgrade. So ProjectMoon is updating to the latest Unity engine. What does this mean? The upgrade, the minimum tier for each phone has gone up approximately by 1. Android is now going up to Android 8, iOS is now iOS 13, Steam is now Windows 10. I'm surprised being done the same way as the right way. I am also surprised they're deciding to do this as right way. What does this provide? Theoretically, chat, this will provide more compatibility, which means less battery usage and, you know, smoother gameplay, and also better performance for your devices. Can they swap to Godot? Honestly, it would be a high-key W move if they do swap to Godot. But they've used Unity for like decades, so probably that's why. But chat, there should be a 90% to 85% increase in performance and also your device because it's using a new engine. So theoretically, the performance said you should be better. They waited until the last minute. Yeah, I bet that's probably why. And from this, it states here, comply with store policies. So it seems like they're kind of being forced to do this. Can we get a terabyte update next? Maybe. Am I cooked? Yes. So we will see how that works, guys. Obviously, the first week might be really laggy. Or the first day might be a bit fucked up. Hopefully not, chat, because there's Railway 6 on the day. And I want to play Railway 6. So, let's hope for that, shall we? Will it be playable? It might be better. Yeah. We will see, chat. We will see how it goes. Let's hope that it is better. But yes. And also, you're going to have to re-download the game TLDR. But that should take like no more than a few seconds, to be honest with you. Or a few minutes, depending on your device. Obviously, I recommend doing it through Steam first, because Steam, if you're, is the easier to maintain client, and then do your mobile after. Imagine they crash. I hope they don't crash. So that's the TLDR for the first of 3 major patches. The next thing that we will be talking about is the much more excited Refraction Railway Line 6. Greetings, dear manager. The new content RR Line 6 will be added to the game on the May 28th scheduled update. Unlock conditions clear. Main story, chapter 9. Beat kinda 9, chat. Event descriptions. Refraction Railway Line 6 is composed of 5 total sections. and you will face highly difficult enemies in all of them. More rewards can be claimed the further you progress into the Refraction Railway. If you have achieved certain conditions before clearing the final section, you will be rewarded with a special decorative banner. Refraction Railway Line 6 will end with the start of Refraction Railway Line 7. Okay. 5 sections. Interesting. So, for context, Line 5 was 3 sections. Line 4 was, I think, 4 sections. Line 3 was 1, 2, 3, also 5 sections, I believe. About Refraction Railway Line 5 rewards. Any rewards you have not claimed from Line 5 Lost and Found will be lost with the start of Line 6. Unclaimed rewards will not be delivered to your mail. If you have not claimed your rewards yet, please claim them before May. Guys, please claim your rewards if you have not. It's been over a year. I beat yesterday. Oh, here it is. Content details. A little. Ooh, look how pretty that looks. Line 6 will open after completing the main story, Kano 9. It can be accessed via the drive menu. As long as Line 6 is active, it can be accessed anytime without spending resources. Line 6 will close upon Line 7. You can spend a certain amount of modules for the first time, and the Lost and Found to claim your railway modules. We will obviously look at this in more detail in a second. Recommended upgrade levels. The recommended upgrade for the railway is Identity 4, Level 60, Threadspin 4. The railway presents a very difficult series of battles, and we strongly recommend that you enter the railway after meeting the above conditions. Any level ups, upties, or threadspins performed after entry will be reflected in your current loadout within the railway as well. So, TLDR, if you enter the railway and you're like, damn, my level 55 identity is getting cooked, you can back out, level up your identity, and then go back in, and you're like, yeah, I'm level 60. Now, don't worry, chat. Literally, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Every single piece of content in this game states that they recommend having Threadspin 4. Literally, I think for the past 8 Kantos worth of story, like the past 8 Kantos worth of Refraction Railways, they have recommended Threadspin 4. So Threadspin 4 is a lie. That is a lie. The biggest thing is uptie 4 and the levels. That's the more important thing. Threadspin 5 is not recommended. I guess not. Yi Sang is being revealed, by the way. We'll talk about that soon. But yes, so I guess we can open this up and let's have a little zoomy zoom. See what are we looking at here? It looks very nice. There's obviously we don't see any images here, but we see 2 bosses. 2 bosses? That red string? It looks to be that the red string... Is this 2... Where the fuck do you start in this? I actually have no idea. Do you start with one of the bosses? That would be really funny. Oh, the above image is demonstration purposes only and is subject to change before the official release. Obviously. Check the next page. Yeah, we will check the next page, so... About line 6. Ooh. Clearing the section will reward your clear turn count. With it, the total turn count will be saved. The total turn count is the sum of all counts from the section, from section 1 to your current. Below each section, you can view the rewards for clearing that section. Claim them at the Lost and Found. Any remaining eager resources after the section can be used in the subsequent section. Save for section 5. Entering a new section revives all defeated allies and fully heals all wounds, identifies, and resets SP to 0. Oh, so we're going back to node fights. Oh, interesting. During an expedition, you could choose to start over from your previously cleared stage in order to reduce your total turn count. When you do so, the stage will start with Sinner status as eager reverted to the point. Any progress you made since the Sinner's reset. Okay, let's read this. Line 6 is comprised of 5 different sections, and you may freely adjust your loadout before entering each section. Okay, so this is much like Line 1 Bukkak. If you are having difficulties progressing, perhaps changing up your team loadout might be an effective option and gamble. In Line 6, the team's HP percentage and SP at the point of clearing section 1 will be carried over to section 5. Oh. In sections 3 and 4, you will be unable to use the identities assigned in the loadout used in the immediate preceding sections. Oh! Is this another double team railway? Example, if LCB Sina Yisang was assigned in the loadout for 2, Yisang cannot be assigned to 3, but Yisang can be assigned to 4. Wait, what? In sections 3 and 4, you will be unable to use the identities assigned in the loadout in the immediate preceding sections. Wait, what? Oh. Interesting. So it's kind of like the other one, but you can go back to it. You can use the IDs every other node, so you have to alter, but only at section 3, chat, not section 2. So section 1 is fine. Section 2 is fine. So here's how this goes. So section 1, you can use the same team. Section 2, you can use the same team. Section 3, you have to do a different team. Then section 4, you can use the same team that was in section 2. And then in section 5, you can use the same team that was in section 3, I think. That is what I was explaining. But more importantly, is that a silhouette reveal I see? Now, as it says, the above image is for demonstration purposes only, and is subject to change. However, gimme, what the fuck am I looking at? Who the fuck is any of this? Oh, Xiaomi! Okay, well, what the fuck am I seeing here? So this is where you start? Are we fighting fucking Yinlong? Who is this? Wait, who is this? Is that Yinlong section? Is that Yinlong in fucking phase 2, bro? Is that Hohenheim? Hohenheim? Okay, whoa. Okay, hold on. I don't know who this is. This looks like Yinlong. I see Labubu. Hohenheim. Xiaomi. Is that Callisto? And then Rient Callisto. That's Xiaomi. That's Araya. That looks like a house. That looks like a nurse father. And then that's Rien. My brother in Christ? So who the fuck is section 1 and 2? Okay, well, this is obviously Great Tricholicism. I mean, like, this is obviously the Life and Butterfly Entanglement. Where are this? Don't fucking tell me that. No fucking. Oh, nah. Don't tell me the first section is fucking Envy Pekator. Is it Envy High Show? On the first fight? Is the first fucking fight Envy High Show? Bro, are they sending us into the fucking pit immediately? Oh no, it's definitely High Show. What the fuck? That's fucking evil. Oh my god.
It's probably because in Mirror Dungeon, both Callisto and Ren don't have weakness, unlike Valencina, who's weak to Envy, and Matthias, who's weak to Pierce.
Yo, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. It's probably because in Mirror Dungeon, both Callisto and Ren don't have a weakness, unlike Valencina, who's weak to Envy, and Magnus is weak to Pierce. That's a valid point. It also could be a twinning thread reference, because Callisto was important in twinning threads. Thank you so much, by the way. Thank you for the support. Hohenheim? That's the one I'm the most surprised on. And why is so Hohenheim and Labubu are a section? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can't, whoever you use for Labubu and Hohenheim, you can't use for fucking this. And then whoever you use for this, oh no, section 5 you can use whoever you want, I think. Yeah, is this a wave fight, chat? My gut is telling me that this is a wave fight. So first wave is Aria. Second wave is Callisto with probably Alban, I assume. And then third wave is fucking Rien. And then you go into Butterfly of Entanglement. So it's Envy. Wait, where's the middle? Is this both of... Is the first node Envy Pecatulums in general? Is it... Are they gonna make you fight Envy Pecatulums? No starting... Dude, oh my god. It's gonna be high show and middle Envy Pecatulums with no resources. Oh, nah. Oh, no. They said, oh, you like the new middle OUTIS ID? Oh, you better enjoy the middle OUTIS ID. Oh, they're not giving you prepared at all. There's no resources. They're throwing you in and saying deal with the high show. Oh, fuck. It's definitely waves. Oh my, wait, who's the third wave then? Is there gonna be a third wave? It could be House of Sight. I swear to fuck, if they drop high show Pecatulum, middle Pecatulum, and House of Spiders Pecatulum in the first node, what the fuck are we gonna be doing in the second, which is that's fucking Yinlong, I think. That looks like Yinlong. Me when I try and fluid sack and fucking Faust Lord guards my fluid sack, instantly negating my Superbia. So then we fight Yinlong. Okay. I'm surprised we fight Yinlong so early. Wow. Also, I'm pretty sure that's a Season 6 ticket, no? That looks like a Season 6 ticket, but I can't guarantee. So it's okay, let me get the green marker out, because this was definitely not what I was predicting. So this is Envy Pecatulums, right? Then this is Yinlong. Then here we have Labubu. Then we have fucking Hohenheim, bro. I don't know what Hohenheim's doing here, but we have fucking Hohenheim here. So we have Hohenheim. Then we have another Labubu. So we have two Labubus. We got Labubu Prime, as they say. We got Labubu Squared. Then we have fucking Callisto. And then we have Rien. And then we have Entangled. That's what I'm seeing here. So I'm honestly the one I'm surprised about Hohenheim, bro. This is the one I'm the most surprised about. Hohenheim? Bro is back in what season does bro think he is? The ominous large circle. The first Labubu is Scissors. Yes, I know, chat. I know that's Scissors, but I'm just calling her Labubu because it's the second Labubu they've released. Oh, what happened to my cluster? So we have Envy Pecatulum. We have Yinlong. That's supposed to be a Y, by the way, but whatever. Yinlong, Labubu 1, Hohenheim, Labubu 2, Callisto, Rien, Butterfly. Yes, you don't heal after fighting these guys. You go directly into Butterfly, which is crazy. Oh, Labubu was Arishu? Yeah, there's 2 Labubus. This is the newest Labubu they added. The Scissors Girl is the newest Labubu. There's 2 Labubus, chat. There's the original Labubu, which is Labubu Prime, and then we have the new Labubu. Well, there's multiple Labubus. There's Labubu Prime, which is Aria. Then we have Labubu, which is Baby Zichun, and then we have Labubu, which is Scissors. I wonder if this is just Callisto, or I wonder... This might be a 3-way fight, chat. I mean, chat, wouldn't this make sense if this was Callisto, Mardius, and Valencina as one fight, like a trio fight? So then you would have all 5 Nurse Fathers. I think that would make the most sense. Right? So you have Aryashu as the first wave. The second wave, it would be Callisto, Mardius, and Valencina. Then the third wave is just Rien. But obviously they'll lower the skill slots, so like it's not that bad. Yeah, it'll be nerfed First Fathers, obviously, but it'll still be 3 of them. And then obviously Butterfly is the last one. Also, this is subject to change, as they say. But I doubt it's going to change much. Hell no. Their ass tweaking. Only you can clash with this skill. Guys, it's a good thing I've been training in the Mirror Dungeon Extreme hidden bosses, bro. Because I'm about to run this shit with the Nurse Fathers. Where's Yinlong? Bro, Yinlong is the second section of the fight. He's right here. He is the second thing we fight. It's Yinlong, bro. They made... How... Yinlong before Labubu? I really would have thought Yinlong would be here. But no, Yinlong is our second fight, bro. I'm positive that's Yinlong. That has to be him. Look at it. He's got the fucked up, like, flying thing. So... I don't know, man. Like, I'm guess, bro. Who the hell is Yinlong? 6 before 7? I mean, you're right. But, yeah. But Hohenheim's here. I guess he's supposed to be current season? Right? I guess? I don't know. And also, you start here. So this is section 1. Be a single fight? Yeah, it's a single fight. It's just a start fight. So you go into it with the results of... You heal SP and HP. How many teams do you need? 4? No, chat. So the way this works... Alright, let me get the marker out so you can understand. Here's how this can work. Alright, let me... Oh, shit, that's the Aria shoe paint. Alright, so... These 2 sections are 1 team. This requires 2. This requires 1. This requires 2. And then this is, I think, 1 or 2. From what I was read. So you do need 2 teams, but it's for this fucking section here. So... Or is this connected? I'm not sure. The top one is 1 section. Oh, is it section? Oh, sorry, it's section split. Wait, but there's 5 sections, chat. That doesn't make sense. So that means this is 2. This is 1? But there's 5 sections, chat. They mark it as 5 sections, because they say 3 and 4. Where the fuck is the 4th section? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The left one's split, but that's 1 section. Yeah, this is split. Yeah, but this one doesn't have the team requirements. You can just do one team here. Because it says here, if we go here, it says, in sections 3 and 4, you will be unable to use the identities assigned in the team loadout used in the immediate preceding sections. So it says 3 and 4. So 1 and 2 are not. 1 and 2 are not. 1 and 2 are not counted for this. So it's just 3 and 4. And then it says in 3. Oh, is it just 3 and 4 then? So it's just 3 and 4. That means it's just this then. I think that's it. So, yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, 3 can't use 2, 4 can't use in 4. But it comes back, so I guess we'll see it in person. Section 1 and 5, you share HP and SP gimmick. Section 2 and 3, alternate teams gimmick. Wait. Is that how that works? Wait. Did I just fucking read? Wait, hold on. Whoa, what? Oh! Wait, what the fuck? Wait, whoa. Okay. In line 6, the team HP and SP at the point of clearing 1 will be carried as... Oh! I completely, not only did I misread that, I completely didn't understand. Okay. Whoa. Let me explain. Okay. Now, I understand it now. Oh, wait, that's fucking sick. Okay. So, these are connected. This is 1. You share this. So whenever you beat this, it goes into this. This is 2. I think, yeah, this is 2, and then you have to alternate, I believe, here. So it goes 2, and then I think this is 1 section, so this is 3. So that's 1, 2... What, 1, 2, 1? So whatever team you use for Yinlong is the team you use for the Nurse Fathers. Whatever, I think that it, because this is the, you can't use the same team for the last one here. So you have to do it. It can't be 3 teams. Section 2 can use any team. Yeah, so this is just any team, but it's not any team. Is it more than 3 teams? Whatever. It says 2 and 3, you can use any 4. I think I'm going to do 5 different teams, bro. I think that's easier. Yeah, section 2 can be either. Section 3 is the opposite. Section 4 is the same as 2. Yeah, so I was right then. So this was 2. Because you have to use you have to use the second team. And then this one is anything. So this one's just a question mark. Okay, so yeah, here we go. So this is the fucking Joker. This is section 2, and this is section 2. So these two share a team. This is the spider in the web. Yeah. So 1, you need to use 1 for 5. So this needs to do this. You can use 2 here. So this is a second team. You have to use a second team, I think, or you could use the same team. I'm not sure. Anyway, there's a second team here, and that second team can only do this fight. So only these 2 fights are connected. Then this is whatever. So this you could just do any fights. I guess any sinners with, or you can maybe use the first team again. I don't fucking know. Anyway, what about the rewards? I see blue tickets. I see thread. I think that looks like a season... What is that, chat? Is that a season 6 ticket? Or is that a EXP ticket? I see blue. I see blue. I see thread. I see crates, 100 crates or something crates. I see that looks like a season... That's a takeoff ticket. It's a level 60 ticket. Okay, so level 60 ticket. I see a 10 pull, a few 10 pulls. And then I see the season 7 3 stars here. Excuse me. All right, well, you know what? We'll check the rewards out when we, yeah, we'll just read the rewards, chat. The rewards are down here. So, moving on past this fucking mess. Loadouts. Refraction Railway Line 6 uses chain battles. Okay, we already know how chain battles work, chat. I'm not going to explain how chain battles work because we all know how this works. But they now are making sure that minus coins are getting buffed. So, minus coin identities with base skills, aka literally just Sun Shower, Heathcliff, and Grip, are going to be getting minus SP. Also, units who are, depending on their SP values, will be getting minus SP. If SP is applied to negative number, SP will not fall below, say, 40. Oh, is that a fight with fucking entangled butterfly? The image above is shown for demonstration. When an ally identity is killed, you will obtain ego resources to battle. Line 6, some encounters feature unique effects applied on allies. You can view the buffs by covering the buff icon. Hold on. Forget that. I want to see this. Wow, it looks fucking gross. That thing look ugly as hell. Also, Otism. Hold on, guys. Let's get a little cheat sheet at Otism right here. She has 235 HP. Oh, she's actually not as tanky as I thought she would be. This thing look gross as hell, bro. Ugh. Also, what is lingering determination? When defeated, gain ego resources based on the affinity and rank of each skills this unit identity has. By the way, this is a middle ring team, yeah. Funnily enough. But yeah, this is just this is what he looks like. Ugh. He has 2k HP. He does not have a lot of HP. Interesting. 1 burning fever? Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, why does it have 1 burning fervor? Why do you think it's disgusting? Bro, look at it. It's like a fucked up creature, bro. Is this the new WoW? It doesn't actually have the rank here, but yeah, this is the WoW. I guess it'd be a glass cannon. I'm not sure. We'll see more. Focused encounter. The above image says every battle in RR will allow you to directly match skills against enemies, just like in a focus encounter. It's pretty blurry, yeah. It's a beautiful butterfly. Ugh. Chain battle. When a deploy unit is defeated, the backup unit will fill the slot in the deployment order. Yeah, we already know how that works. Combat progression. You can choose to forfeit or retry stage. While progressing through it, please note that choosing to forfeit or retry will reset the entire stage, and you have to start over from that very first wave. So there are multiple waves. There's no wave in this fight. If all your allies are defeated, you could choose between returning to the loadout or changing a deployment order. Cool. Claiming rewards. Oh, fuck. The rewards were right here, bro. I'm so stupid. After clearing a stage for the first time, the rewards from the stage will be sent to the Lost and Found. To access the Lost and Found, a certain number of Enconfalon will be required that you are able to claim it free of charge. You view various level up and extraction currency tiers. Special rewards include a level boost ticket, a season 7 guaranteed to 3-star, a Refraction Railway Line 6 themed deco. So here we can have the rewards here. Boom. So we get 100 and what is that? 170 blue tickets. We have 200 thread. We get 20 crates. We get 1 level 60 boost, 60 yellow crates, 3 10 pulls, and a guaranteed 3-star and a very nice looking banner. No lunacy. I'm actually surprised. Yeah, no lunacy. Wow. Is there always lunacy in this? Hold on, I have the game open. I can just look at the If you want to compare what the current railway has, like, let me just show y'all. So, in case you're curious, it's literally the exact same chat. Well, actually, it's not the exact same. The last railway had 50 blue tickets and yellow tickets. So it had 50 blue and 20 yellow. It had one free level up ticket. It had 200 thread. It had 20 normal crates, 60 yellow crates. It had 3 10 pools. It had a guaranteed season 5 ticket. So it's less thread. There's never been lunacy. I don't think there's lunacy in these. I think line 4 had lunacy. I don't remember. Well, line 1 has lunacy, chat, I think. Didn't it? I don't remember. Was there lunacy? It's been a while. So the biggest thing is this is like triple the tickets. And it's the same amount of thread and it's more yellow boxes. No, it's the same amount of yellow boxes. The same amount of boxes, chat. Same amount of XP, same amount of pools, same amount of anything. The only difference is that it's all blue now. No more yellow tickets. So it's just more blue tickets? Yeah, it's a lot more blue tickets now. Yeah, so the rewards are the exact same, chat, except now it gives you 170 blue tickets instead of 40 blue tickets. But if you account for inflation of the last railway, it's more than probably double what it gives, so... Why you blue? More blue. Makes them all blue. The ticket was blue. So, special decorative banner. Ooh, that looks very nice. Here you can view the acquisition condition for RR6. The banner, the harder the condition, the more elaborate your banner will be. See? Once you obtain the banner, the best turn count of your record for each section will be displayed. The turn count of the 2 records are the same. The newest will be prioritized. The highest turn count that can be recorded in each section is 100 turns. If your count goes to 100 in a single stage, will be considered a feat. So that means 500 turn count is the highest you can go. What is the highest or minimum? Is it? I assume it's 100 as per usual. What the fuck? What is this? What is this, ProjectMoon? Aye, sneaky little devils! What? Why'd they Ariashiki the fucking number? It's censored! What do you mean why is it censored? What? They fucking censored it! Ryoshu! You fucking cut the turn count! Bruh. That's wild, bro. I assume it's 100. It could be 120. I think they've done that before. I don't remember. Maybe it's more. Maybe it has something to do with a secret node. That's true. You know what? I didn't even realize. Is there even a secret? Well, no, they don't hide the secret node. 120 was in line 5. No, I'm pretty sure line 5 was 100. 120 was, yeah, obtain rewards. 120 was line 1. Nothing there. There's fucking nothing there. Oh, here we go. The above image are clear info. Upon clearing each section, you can view the statistics obtained for each effect of participating battles in your records. What the fuck is this, bro? What is this? What is this? Why are they getting erased? Your stats will be recorded about clearing section 5, which can be viewed from your travel collection during the RR. Up to 20 records can be saved. If you have more than 20, the highest will be shown. The date of your completion, total turn counts, user identities, and damage will be displayed. You can only view your records in travel collection. What the fuck is this? Detail. More information can be viewed here. Why is it blurred? They blurred everything! Rank 1. They blurred the date. They blurred the turn count. Oh, but they didn't, chat. Oh, hold on. They didn't blur everything. They didn't blow everything, chat. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A little cheeky. 85 clipped. That's not bad. 85 is not bad. Good job, Project Moon. Let's, guys, pretend we don't see that. Guys, look, come on. Don't be mean. Don't be... Hold on. I'm just gonna... There we go. We are Yashiki'd it, bro. Alright? It's gone, chat. There is no leaked turn count, okay? That's quite funny. Bro missed the sensor. I just don't think they paid attention much to it. But it looks to be 85. They give me 100 turns, it's definitely 100. Then we have this. Okay, what do we have here? We got a middle ring team. All of this is blurred. This is... What is this? Is that 27? Am I crazy to think that that's that number is, or is that 70, 71? That's 21. There's no way that's 27, chat. There's no way that's 21. That's so fast, bro. How the fuck could they do that so quickly, bro? It must be like, it must be a different number. It must be like a 7. I don't know. There's no way, bro. I feel like this looks like 21. Right? But I feel like it's like 71. It might be like a 71. It might be like this. That might be a single section. Oh! Wait, hold on. No, that says total turn. That says total. Oh, but it's hovering section 1. Oh, no, you're right. You're right. It's hovering section 5. Yeah, you guys are right. You guys are... Wait, 21 turns? Wait... 21 turns to fight Tricolica, to fight Butterfly? Damn, hold on, this guy might have hands, chat. Yeah, this is, guys, this is on the last OUTIS series. So 21 turns to fucking fight Butterfly? Hold on, he might be kind of tough, bro. I mean, look, dude, look at the team he's using, bro. They're using full middle. This is full middle, it took 21 turns. That's kind of fast. I mean, I feel like that's fast. But like, that's fast, but that's like 20, god damn, hold on, this might be hard, bro. He might have the belt. This guy might have hands. They're all grayed out. Yeah, we don't know. Well, we know it's 85. We could do some basic math here and try and split the nodes up. If we know that... Okay, chat, if we know that... Let's do some math. If we know that this is 21, how much would that be? So if we take 85 and minus 21, that's 64. Right? We can all agree on that. So that's math. So that means... Just on average, if we want to be funny. Everything from here is roughly 64 turns. So you could probably say like this is probably like this. These two probably take the longest maybe. Or like this takes the longest. So this could be like 12 turns or something. Yeah, average of 15 per section. That doesn't sound that bad. 15 average? Dude, 15? Does that not sound that bad, chat? 15, I mean, but look at the team he's using, bro. Look at the team the Project Moon employee is using, bro. Average of 16? Oh, fuck. This Project Moon employee is using a fucking cracked team, bro. So I feel like that's not bad. Taking 4 takes the longest. There's at least one team. That's true. Yeah, so this is probably the one that takes the longest. So like, yeah, this is Envy Res, and also like. Kind of some cracked teams. Maybe they used macros. Maybe they did. Envy Bleed. Yeah, it's Envy Bleed. So section 4 and 1 probably take the longest. So probably Yinlong. Yeah, probably. Wait, these are both. Why are these? Oh, because these are covering 2 of the nodes. Scroll up the 421 a grade. What do you mean scroll up? 421 here. Yeah, these are all marked out. I guess we will see, chat. Hold on, can we have a little sneak peek at their HPs? Hold on, let me look at their HPs. Damn, hold on. They're kind of full HP, bro. A burn. Oh, and that's it. That's Railway. Wow. Interesting. And the team select? Like up here? Oh. We don't see anything with the slightest peaks. So, alright, well, I guess we'll give the TLDR chat of what Line 6 is about. So, Line 6 is here. It is a 5-section railway that combines assets from both 6 and the 7th. You do need 2 different teams at the minimum. 2 different loadouts at the minimum. And the way it works is you have to alternate teams at the halfway point, and the section 1 team is the same team you use for the 5th section. So, oh, and the bosses here appear to be Envy, Pekatulum, Haisho, and Middle at the bare minimum. Yinlong 2nd, Scissors 3rd, Hohenheim 4th. Then we have Area, Callisto, potentially with the other Nurse Fathers, and then Rien as a 3-way fight, and then Butterfly as the final fight. Why is OUTIS level 80? I think they were probably... I don't think it's full level. I think it just looks like that. Is the butterfly just separated phases? Oh. Oh, I get what you mean. Right, because the resources is... Dude, imagine fighting butterfly. Oh, so you think this is phase 1 butterfly? But where's the Envy Pekatulum? Unless the Envy Pekatulum... Oh, God. They might be in the fucking Yinlong fight. Oh, my God. Okay, wait, chat. Okay, hold on. If what people are theorizing is true, because it could just be them using the cheat console. You gotta remember that, right? If the theory that this and this are the same fight, that means we're the Envy Pekatulum. That means it's Lord Envy Pekatulum into Yinlong. No, I called it. Don't tell me I called it, bro. Guys, don't tell me I called it. Didn't I literally say in the fucking teaser trailer when the PV came out, didn't I say, wouldn't it be funny, guys, if you had to fight Lord Pekatulum, the ice shows, and then fight Yinlong? Wouldn't that be so mean if they did that? I think they might be doing it. It might be envy. You might have to fight high shows into Yinlong. Oh, that's such a dick move. That's such a dick move. Oh no, that's actually so mean. That might be it. I think that might be it. That might be me. Imagine Lord Honglu uses tears on you, and then you take like, is this not a placeholder? I mean, it could be a placeholder, but I'm not sure. I mean, I hope it's a placeholder. I mean, I don't know. It could be a placeholder. 85 is not that bad. 85 is not that bad. But also, look at the team they're using. They're using a cracked lineup. Jigs did you? Dude, I don't know, chat, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know what team you use for this railway, bro. Just summon Ryoshu, bro. Summon the House of Spiders, bro. Send them in there. What's the net worth on this company? A lot of money. We're talking millions. I kind of fuck with, but like a high key chat, if this is phase 1 and this is phase 2, I kind of fuck with that, no? Like, isn't that kind of aura? Wait, that means hold on. If that's true, does that mean phase 2 phase 2 butterfly took 21 turns? Phase 2 butterfly? How much did fucking phase 1 butterfly do? Probably like 12 turns or some bullshit. That means butterfly was like 30 turns or something in that fight, or like 40 turns. If that's true, if this is not just Envy Pekadorn. Will I be doing it on release 6? Yeah, we'll be playing on patch day, chat. Higher than fast food? I don't believe so. No, that's a bit hard to compete with. So, yeah, that seems to be line 6, guys, and we have a little sneak peek at the butterfly fight. Turn 2 into the butterfly fight. Oh, wait, hold on, chat. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on, whoa. Sneak peek. So we can see turn 1 here. So this is turn 1. Butterfly is doing some sort of sloth and gloom attack. And then we actually see turn 2 here. How did... It's turn 2. How did Faust die? Oh, they're definitely using a cheated client. No. This is a cheated client, chat. Nah, this is a cheated client. Wait, maybe it's not. Hold on. They actually use ego resources. Hold on. How the fuck did Honglu die? Wait, is Ari in this? No. How the fuck did he die turn 2? Wait. That's Ishmael! Ishmael! I thought it was Honglu! No! They slimed It was Otis. It was Otis! It was Otis! They slimed her in the patch notes! No! They got her in the patch notes! They did it again! You can't keep getting away with this! They slimed her in the patch notes! No! Oh, Ishmael! Oh no! Oh, they took her out in the fucking patch notes, bro. She's not even safe here. She lost the clash instantly and subbed the fuck in. Oh, it definitely was Otis, bro. Look at her haste, bro. Look at her HP. Yeah, that shit was definitely Otis, bro. Oh my god. Paralyzed, yeah. Yeah, that was definitely Otis. Why does he have poise? Has poise? Oh god, this boss has poise. She had to unseal. Ah, fuck. God damn it, Otis. It's okay. Wait, so does that mean that hold on. Does this mean that Otis is conditional? We'll be talking about that when we actually get to the what do you call it? It might be like 100% HP. Otis isn't limited to killing Ishmael? No, yeah, we'll talk about that. Are you Shadow Bit? I don't think so, no. When are we doing kits? Kits come after on the live stream. If you want to have a kit, check the video out. Kits are after we finish patch notes. No, you can't. You need Leviathan to unlock the slime skill. Do you need Leviathan to unlock? Oh, it is an exclusive, isn't it? Then what the fuck? How the fuck did she die? Ah, well, we'll figure that out, chat, tomorrow. Oh, not tomorrow. We'll figure it out on Thursday. Anyway, the rewards are as also followed: 170 blue tickets, 200 thread. We have a full level 60 level 60 ticket. We have 20 normal crates, 60 yellow, 30 pools, and a season 7 guaranteed ticket. By the way, chat, the reason they probably didn't put a season 6 ticket in there is because the anniversary had a season 6 ticket. So that's probably the reason. I was curious if they were going to add season 6 ticket. They probably didn't because remember when the anniversary came out, they had a season 6 ticket in the anniversary. So they probably didn't want to, I don't know, I guess they didn't want to do too many. Oh, did it? Yes, there was a season 6 ticket in the anniversary. You could get a season 6 ticket in the anniversary. That's probably why they didn't do it. Ticket in the middle of a season 6? No, that's the level up one. Alright. Well, that's with Railway 6, so we can move on to the patch notes now. I'm pretty sure there was. Are you sure? I swear there was a season 6 ticket. It was an ID selector. Oh, I swear it was season 6 separately. Interesting. I have no idea. Well, no season 6 ticket then. Rip and pepperoni. It's okay, no one liked season 6 anyway, so I don't think they're missing out much. See, that's a joke. Alright. Moving on. We are talking about the normal patch notes now. After we talk about the normal patch notes, we'll talk about OUTIS. So, let's talk about the normal patch notes. See what's in here. So we talked about the Unity upgrade. We talked about RR6. Let's talk about patch notes. So, May 28th patch notes. Wait, isn't it supposed to be May 26th? No, May 28th. May 28th patch notes. This is just about, this is obviously this patch. So we have the Unity upgrade, which we already know. We have Odism and Ishmael, which is quite funny. We have Nurse Father Otis. We have RR6. Packages are normal. Oh, what is this? Announcer preset function. Bruh. With the May 28th scheduled update notice, the announcer preset function will be added for each loadout. The maximum amount of announcers that can be selected for a preset will be increased from 10 to 100. What? 100 announcers? Oh no, this ain't Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, bro. Why 100? Oh, we're gonna have to do a 100 announcer stream, bro. That's gonna be a fucking nightmare. We even have 100? I don't. No. Do we? We don't have 100. Or hold on. What Amiya? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. We don't even have 50. We don't even have 50 announcers and they made the fucking limit 100. We don't even have 50, bro. It's good. No, it's good, but can this also come with a volume slider, please? ProjectMoon, please add an announcer volume slider, bro. I swear to fuck, I would use all announcers if I can. They're so fucking loud. Please let me add a volume slider so I could just, like, make them background noise, bro. I don't mind using the announcers. I can't use announcers and talk to chat at the same time. It's too fucking much. Please, director. Please put that fucking announcer. Like, add a little bonus on there. Ooh. Moving on. Ego Thread Spin Tier 5. Third spin tier 5 will be added for the 4th match flame Yusang Ego. Yay! Yusang! Also, wow. That is a lot of presets. How many fucking presets do they want in this game? Like, I guess you could do like a seasonal preset, like each season, or Purgus, all that shit. Here's Yusang. Let's do a little compare. Oh, it's not even third spin. Oh, it's not even third spin 5 yet. I thought they were showing off the third spin 5. No, they just said you could. Yo, anyone forget their Yisang? Amiya. Yo, anyone forget their Yisang? Announcer, streamer, chat, and Limbus. I guess so. Alright, moving on to the bug fix improvements, chat. There's a lot of bug fixes today. There's 3 pages worth of bug fixes. Bug fixes and improvements! Adjusted the starting SP effect in chain battles so that allied sinners with coin types that change depending on SP will have their bonus SP applied on the currently usable skill coin as a substitution. Okay. So TLDR, if you have an identity that swaps between positive or the minus coins, it will give or take away SP depending on their status. Very good, because sometimes I have negative SP Dawn, and then she comes in the fight and she gets full SP. That's good. Fix the trigger conditions for the activation of the assist defense skill. Oh? Assist defense triggers would be determined even against unclashable skills and consume a stack even when it would not actually activate. I thought they fixed this already. Assist defenses will no longer activate determined against unclashable skills. I thought they did that already. That's definitely a Lord of Hong 1 upgrade. That's definitely for Lord of Hong 1, but that's definitely a high show, Envy high show thing, by the way. 1000% chat. This is because some of the Sinner skills that we have are unclashable. So they're gonna like, I didn't even know. Yeah, I guess so. I got this against Ricardo. I didn't even realize. Wow, that's crazy. Fix an issue where the applier of a certain keyword inflicted on enemies through skills and coins during the combat behave differently than intended. Relevant. Butterfly and Corpus. Butterfly. No external effects can raise the amount of Butterfly. Inflict additional sinking effect. Inflicts additional sinking instead of Butterfly. Oh, wait, what? Before, when inflicting sinking in the place of the additional Butterfly through the inflict additional sinking effect, it was treated as if the target gained sinking. After standardization, sinking infliction of this effect, so that sinking inflicted due to this is now inflicted by the apply keyword. Corpus Theater. When this unit gains bleed from the enemy attack, gain one of the following effects. Before, Corpus Theater would activate regardless of whether the bleed effect was inflicted by the attacker or gained by the attacker's own effects, whether by the unit itself. After, Corpus Theater effect will now be activated when the opponent's attack skill inflicts bleed on this unit, matching its sexual description. Okay, I know what this means. Okay, so there are 2 types of... It's a nerf. No. Because gaining sinking didn't do anything. It's a buff. Well, it's not a buff, it's a bug fix. There are 2 ways to gain a status effect. You could either inflict the status effect or gain the status effect. Gaining it doesn't give you any downsides because it's a positive thing. Or it's given as a... Gaining is when it affects yourself, inflicting is when it affects others. So what this said is, if you inflicted Butterfly on an enemy and the enemy gave themselves sinking potency, the Butterfly would be procced. That's what it's saying, chat. And the same thing with Corpus. If you're fighting Blood Fiend, if you inflicted a Blood Fiend with Corpus and they would gain bleed, it would trigger the Corpus, which is not supposed to do that. I guess you could say it's a nerf, but I don't think it's supposed to work like that. Because it's supposed to stay inflict. So, I don't know. Potential Man bug fix? Well, Sunshower, I guess Sunshower Man buffed, bro. I guess. Who else from Sunshower gain sinking? No, this is on the enemies. Well, technically, what do you call it? What do you call it? Technically, Reindeer Rodion gives Reindeer Rodion and Reindeer Heathcliff. Honglu get sinking. Ringlu got nerfed? You can't put Butterfly on Ringlu. What enemy in this game gives themselves sinking? Oh. It's probably for the railway chat. Yeah, because you could fight Hydro Pekatulum. Guys, you could fight not the Hydro, you could fight Envy Pekatulum. There's a Sun Shower Pekatulum from the King and Binds, and there's a Solemn Lament Pekatulum in Railway in line 5. No, there's no Marna. What? No, Marna didn't get nerfed. What the ego gift for infliction? The ego gifts inflict sinking. This is gaining sinking. Some gain sinking from panic types. Yeah, there's also that. So gaining sinking from panic types doesn't count to inflicting sinking. Yeah, TLDR, the enemies can't give them, they can't proc it themselves, which I don't think it's supposed to be intended that way anyway, but who knows. Moving on. Fix a certain skill used by assist unit appearing in the main story chapter 9 that were functioning differently from their text. Relevant. If target has tremor, inflict tremor count. Before, the effect would activate by checking the tremor potency in real time. The effect will now condition on use matching the text. If the unit does not have charge count, inflict additional tremor count on the skill. The skill activated when this unit had neither charge potency nor charge count. This will now activate when the unit has no charge count matching the text. Is that Vespa? Who? This is an ally unit, chat. It says assist unit. I mean, it has to be Vespa, right? Is this Ezra? Is this Ezra? This is Ezra. Because she's charge. She's charge tremor. Yeah, I think this is Vespa. I think this is Ezra, chat. Ezra's charge tremor, I believe. Big changes this update? There's a few. Hey, Sammy, how you doing? There's a few things. There's the Unity upgrade. Railway 6 is looking pretty interesting. We'll just look at the bug fixes. Oh, hey, Sammy, you want to know something really funny? So you know how, like, the max announcers that you can add in a team is 10? Yeah, they changed it to 100. So anyway, that's fun. You could equip 100 announcers now, so enjoy that. No one knows what Ezra loses. All I know is that she bars. And she's very cute. So I think that's all that matters. All that matters is that she's very cute. What? Yeah, yeah. We don't even have that much. We have 48. I counted. They want us to use the entire Limbus. I might just have to, bro. I just wish there was a volume miss. All the announcers. Every announcer. Everyone, spam bar if you love Ezra. And I better see everyone buying. Or else you get banned. Ezra may have got Leviathan now? Oh my god, Ezra may have gotten the Leviathan. That would actually be fire. Bah! Bah! Bah. Excellent work. Excellent work, guys. Alright, while you guys do that, let me check this out. Removed a non-functioning effect description from a skill enemy unit in main chapter 9. Relevant skills Phantom Step Dismay. If relevant, Clash lose 5 SP. To preserve our manager's gameplay experience, the text of this non-functioning effect will be removed. Fix a certain... Wait, what? Who had Phantom Step? Is that Araya? Is that... Wait. Isn't that Aryashu? The Aryashu. Isn't that Arya? Doesn't she have Phantom Step? Or is that... No. Yeah, that's Phantom Step, right? Yeah. That's Arya. Does she... Wait, what? Was she never losing SP? Wait, I thought the whole gimmick of the fight was that she lost... Are you telling me the whole time she wasn't losing SP? It's her evade? I never noticed either, to be honest with you. I guess it was non-functioning, so they just removed it. Well, it was non-functioning, chat, so it wasn't even working. It was just a visual bug. Interesting. Fix a certain passive used by a certain enemy appearing in chapter 9 that were functioning differently from intent. All of my corpuses have been giving the tibia. I wonder who that could go to, chat. If this unit is staggered, recover from stagger afterward, gain 2 refueling, become able to use art number 3, improve ribcage. This unit was still able to use art 3 ribcage even after the passive. The unit will no longer use ribcage. Alright, I guess they nerfed Callisto, bro. Well, I guess they're not nerfed Callisto because Callisto was stronger than he was supposed to be. So. Fix an issue where the effects of the Ego Gift, the End of All Evil, would not activate if the Pequod characters are included among backups. Relevant effect. If one of the Pequod identities attacks a hidden enemy, heal SP. The issue occurred on February 26th and will be fixed so that the effect activates when a Pequod character is included among backups. Oh! Oh, you can have them in the backup for this? I didn't even know that. Interesting. Maybe it's... Ian, fix typos in the English section of certain identities. The actually Southeast song. Before on use at 50% in coin power 1. Oh, because that says at 50% minus. On use at less than 50% HP coin power. High show Faust. Clash win inflict 2 rupture count. After clash win inflict plus 2 rupture count. That. Oh, that's her uptype 3. Okay, oh, it's the uptype. So uptype 4 skill 3, uptype 3 skill 1. Auto Blossom Faust skill uptype 4 skill 3 1. Before use, if this unit is missing 30% plus HP coin power 1, that should be for every 30% missing HP on this unit, coin power 1. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, they're just rewording them. Then we have bug fixes. Oh, added Threadspin 5 item to sorting filters on ego selection. Holy shit, it's official. We have Threadspin 5 as a sorting filter. Hey, Kim Ji-hyun, Project Moon team. Didn't you guys also say you were gonna add faction and more keyword loadouts and more sorting options? Hey, can we get that soon, please? My loadout is looking hella unorganized. And I'd like that very much, please. Thank you. Also, 200 ounces, please. I just saw that Otis has a skill 3-4. Otis has a skill 3-4. You are correct. Yeah, crazy. Fix an issue where in the Mirror Dungeon hidden boss battle, the battle would be treated as a defeat if all allied units on the field are killed, even when there are backup units available. Well, that must suck. The stream taking notes. Fix an issue when using dark mode. The grace period pop-up text followed account closure request will not appear on the main screen. Okay, well, I'm never testing that. Fix an issue where a certain visual effect of an assist unit in 9.520 threads was displayed incorrectly. That's Kiwa. Fix an issue where the damage topography displayed where the fixed HP damage effect activate would not reflect the increased decreased values applied by effects on damage taking target. Application of actual damage increases decreased values is functioning correctly, only the visual. Oh my god, chat! They did it! Oh my goodness, dude, I've been complaining. Limbus company has been unplayable for over 2 weeks now. But now they finally fixed it. Updated the display image for the Mirror Dungeon theme pack Nocturnal Sweeping Buckgack. They've been using the wrong one for like 2 weeks now, man! But now Limbus is finally playable, bro. Thank you, employee Project Moon. Thank you, Kim Ji-hyun, director. I caught that shit day one, bro. I've been waiting for that, man. It's finally playable now. Got me confused. For real, dude. They haven't fixed the envy race bug you found the other day before yesterday. I should probably do that. I didn't even notice. Dude, Sermi, I remember when I was playing on when the day came out, I was doing Mirror Dungeon, I was like, why the fuck am I seeing 2 Nocturnal Sweeping packs? And I was like, And then I looked, I saw that it said Bokak. I was like, wait, that's not right. And then I looked at the patch notes. We opened the patch notes like on the day and looked at it. And I was like, they put the wrong fucking art in. Like they forgot to put the wrong art on the Bokak. It's supposed to be the sweepers close up, but they didn't do it. I was like, oh my God, they forgot. They forgot and they just didn't realize. Fix an issue where in certain situations, ego will not appear when checking equipped ego. Okay. Fix the issue where after setting fourth match flame ego as the manager ticket, enhancing it to Threadsman 5, the illustration will not play. Optimize the performance of after image effects displayed behind character SCs in combat. Ooh, optimizing! W optimization. 300 lunacy. 300 lunacy! Well, that's a W performance upgrade, chat. And there you go. I knew they screwed it up. Lunacy. Yeah, another optimization bug. W. But also, yeah, there's a bug. By the way, Sermi, I know you do a lot of other MDs beside me and everyone else here. Have you noticed the Envy Res bug? We found a bug yesterday when we were playing. Was it yesterday or the day before? Anyway, there's a bug where if you have, how do I explain this? If there is an ID on your team who is in the middle of an Envy Res chain and they get staggered and then they get put at the bottom of the chain, right? Because they're staggered. If you have exactly 6 NVA res and the person who has a high speed is like not at the top or the bottom, it will actually break the chain and will not count the chain as being complete. So for whatever reason, the game is visually showing that the character is at the end of the deployment, which is where it should be. But mechanically, it's registering as if they are still in between the skills, even though it doesn't show it. Yeah. It's not a bug, it's because of the speed. That is a bug. When you are staggered, you are not supposed to be on the board at all. So when you are like, hold on, if I draw this out, like let me draw this out because I have to explain it like this. So if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's say these are your 6 skills, right? Here's your staggered unit. Let's say this person is staggered. If this person is 7, if this person is 4 speed, and then this person is to say 7, and say this person is, say this person is 7 speed, say this person is 1 speed, right? This should be an NV res no matter what. If this was all NV, it should res. However, this person is being registered like they're still in the chain. So even though you do a full 6 chain here, it does not actually give you an NV res. Yeah, so this person is still being registered like they're here. Even though they're staggered and they're at the end of the chain. That is not how that should work. It should not work like that. Does it turn into the skill visually and not actually activate? No, it doesn't even activate. It doesn't even show the skills. You notice that because of the middle skill change? So I noticed it because I did full counters with the middle, right? My Faust got staggered, right? My multi-cracked Faust got staggered. I did a 6 envy res, and I didn't get the skill 3s. So that is like, I'll maybe I can try and replicate it. It'd be a bit hard to try and replicate it. Is it just Envy or A-Res? I noticed it with Envy specifically because they are supposed to get the, they're supposed to get the ascended, the changed skills. Is there a way I could maybe demonstrate this somehow? I'm trying to think. I'm not sure if, maybe if I go into like a thread or something, and then I get Faust, like someone staggered, and I can try and Envy res it. The second artery activates the A-res. Yeah, hold on, maybe we can try. This might be a bit hard though. Hold on, let me try. Go into like a fight real quick or something. This works with W Cliff? How does it work with W? Oh, is it because W Cliff is, oh, is it because he's immobile? Hold on. Let's try this. But how it... Okay. How does it work with W Cliff, though? But doesn't W Cliff... Okay, hold on. Let me give it... She... You on... Oh, I get it. Doesn't matter how I put... The middle. Let me just get the middle in so I can just test this. Middle. Don't have middle Otis. On defense, he self-staggers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who's the 7th one? We'll grab this B. Try with Priest Gregor instead of using fouls. Oh, that's true. Yeah, but no. But Priest Gregor is slow. That's the problem. He's slow. I'm trying to demonstrate the envy bug. I'm trying to show her the bug. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this should not activate the envy res, right? Because it puts him in the staggered form. You need 6 people for this, not 7. He gains the overcharge next turn. But he also gets 1 speed, doesn't he? No, he just becomes immobilized. So he doesn't get speed. Okay, let's try this. Let me just see this real quick. Okay, Fey Lantern's a bad test. We'll just do... Box. So I bring in 6 units. No, I need 7 units. I can't do 6 slots. I have to do a 7-unit encounter. And do some shower. Fuck, why did it have to be Fey Lantern, bro? Why did it have to be here? I can't do this. This won't show it. Because it needs to be 7 slots. Let me go to, let me just do like a normal XP and see if that works. Because you gain slots in an NV XP, so it should work. So we go here and just do a slot and then do 6 units. Yeah. So here we go. We're going to try this. So even though we all gain... Well, this is what we're going to try, chat. So let's have a look. So, this is a normal 6 res. This works. Okay, so we're going to get the Ascended... We're going to get the skill 3. As you can see, we see the skill 3s here. Yeah, we get the skill 3s here because this is normal. So now, next turn, we should still have 6 Envy res because we gain a skill slot. But if Heathcliff rolled any speed between the normal middle identities, it should break it. But if he rolled a below or higher, so he rolled a 5. Okay, so he rolled a 5, right? Oh, but Heathcliff gained skill slots. I'm stupid. Okay, hold on. I have to put in notice. Sorry, hold on. I timed that wrong. My bad. I can't have Heathcliff be number 1 deployed. He gained the skill slots. Sorry. I wasn't prepared to show off this bug, so I wasn't prepared. Okay. Try that again. Yeah, my bad. Okay. This time it should be it. And then we'll get back to talk about OUTIS. Okay, so we come in here. Do a slot. As long as Heathcliff is below this. I suppose she doesn't have unique burn. She does burn everyone. There's also more to the patch notes, by the way. We're not actually done with the patch notes. I just wanted to test this real quick. Okay, so just get this done. Okay, cool. Heathcliff is 5. Okay, so he's number 5, right? So he's number 5 between Dawn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be 5 envy res, and then this is... So you think this should be 6 envy res. But according to the game, and according to the theory, he's being counted like he's here. And because he's here, it's breaking it. So now if we do this... See? No skill 3s! Look! They didn't get the skill 3s, see? But look, that's 6! See, look! I'll get you back for this! But that's a 6 res! See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 envy skills! That's not Ascended skill 3! That's exactly what we figured out last. That's exactly what we saw last night. It's showing on the dashboard. It's not the last one. That doesn't make no sense. It doesn't. Yeah, this was always in the game. This is always in the game, but it's never been, but you never noticed it because, also, this is intended, by the way. It's some of the 6 res. So, you never noticed it before because, well, we didn't have an identity that immobilized themselves, and having 6 res was very rare. I had this happen. I thought it was as featured. No, because when a unit is staggered, it's supposed to bring them at the end of the chain. That's why it puts them in there, but it's counting their speed for some reason. It's also counting like they're still using a skill, which they're not. They're staggered. They can't use a skill. I'm going to retry this, and then I'm going to take screenshots so I can send to ProjectMoon later. I forgot to send that last night. So let me just go into this fight again. And let me take a screenshot, chat. Okay. So if I do this, then we're going to take a screenshot of this, and I'm going to report it to ProjectMoon after stream. No, that is definitely not intended. It shows 6 res, but it's not. Screenshot the dashboard. Yeah, I'm going to screenshot the dashboard. But that also reduced the offense level you get? Yes, it does not treat it as like, can this be normal? No way. How is this supposed to be normal, chat? Okay, see, okay, this it'll work. Hold on, look, let's test the theory. Let's test the theory. So, Heathcliff is the first deployed. Okay, notice how he's the first deployed, even though he's staggered. So he's first deployed, he should not break the chain now. Because he's first. See? Yeah, he doesn't break the chain because he's first on the because he's first. See? Normal skill 3. That is not how that is supposed to work. It is not supposed to be based off the unit speed. That is definitely not how it is supposed to work. But because he was first, he didn't break the chain. That's why it worked that time, because Heathcliff was first. He didn't break the chain. But if he wasn't first, he would have broken the chain, even though he's staggered and he can't use anything. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, look at the speed. They're standing there. Yeah, that is not supposed to be affecting the dashboard. Yeah, you need 3 or 3, and you need 3 space 3 or him to be first or last. Definitely not intended. I'm gonna do that again until we get another screenshot, and then we'll move on. Well, guys, okay, I'm using the immobilize as a reference, because this also works for a staggered unit. But I'm showing you that it works with Heathcliff because people have mentioned that it counts as staggered unit. Alright, but what is supposed to happen is either whether you are staggered, whether you are using immobilize, it should not count on the dashboard, but it is counting on the dashboard. Yeah, something is not working as intended, so and that's pretty important. I'm not sure they'll fix that this patch though, but I am going to take a screenshot of this. Okay, good. So here we go. So as you can see, I'm going to take 2 screenshots. I'm going to take 1 screenshot here so the Limbus company can see my thing. Save this. So clearly you can see... I'm just going to say pre-turn. Right, as another demonstration, you can very much clearly see that Heathcliff is second last on the dashboard, okay? But he's last on the dashboard, but he's second last in speed. This is a 6 envy res, and then when I pop it... Note how it does not actually show the skills. Save that as during turn. Even though it's at the bottom here, it's not doing the ascended skills. See, it doesn't show it here, but no ascended skills. So I'll take this screenshot because this is a lot better as a screenshot. There we go. It doesn't activate it. See, none of these are skill 3s. None of these are skill 3 activations. Even though this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 envy res. Anyway, that's all I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to report that to Project Moon. I took screenshots already, so I'll do that after stream. Alright, back to patch notes, lads. Sorry about that. We're going to listen to Ishmael and be very sad. Alright, so, sorry about that. Continuing on with the patch notes. We have... Oh, that's it. Okay, so we finished the patch notes. So giving you guys a TLDR of the current patch notes, we have number 1, the new Unity upgrade. We have number 2, the middle OUTIS identity coming out. We have Railway 6. We have 100 announcer limits and presets. We have Threadspin 5 for Yisang. And we have a bunch of bug fixes, one of those also including performance. Crazy no one noticed until now. I had it happen to me like 2 or 3 times during my game. Like, I remember noticing it, but I didn't question it because I thought I fucked up. I thought, oh, I must have fucked up an envy res. Like, I thought I didn't do it. And then it happened yesterday during the run, and then I was like, chat, is this something? And then people were like, and then some people were like, yeah, I've had this happen to me too. And I was like, it was not right. And we experimented a little bit. Funny. All right, it's OUTIS time. Is it worth pulling for new ID or wait for a while? I mean, it depends what you want. Be introduced. I think it's been here for a long time. So chat, I think it's been here for a long time. The problem is that we never really had 6 envy resonance consistently to test it out. You know what I mean? Like, it's very hard to get it. Be better than Marianne, in my opinion. I mean, she's not out yet, so I can't give you that, but I will say she is very fat. Let me just tell you that much. All right, we're gonna be going over this chat, reading it for you guys in case you didn't see the video, but I highly recommend seeing the video because it's pretty much the same thing. But I'll be going into explanation and details about stuff. So, first of all, she is a 3-page. That is correct, chat. She is the third 3-page in the game. She's also probably the thickest 3-page in the game, next to Ryoshu, I'd argue. So I would say like Ryoshu is number 2 now. Middle OUTIS is number 1. Ryoshu is number 2. And then Rien is number 3. Rien had 3 pages, but his 3 pages were mainly his passive. His skills were not that long, but it was mainly his passives. He had long passives. Ryoshu had a lot of skills, and she also had a lot of passives. But she did not have a lot of statuses. But OUTIS definitely has the best out of everyone. So, first of all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She has 9 skills, chat, and 8 of them are envy. Ryoshu is the 3rd, and Rien is the 2nd highest in word count. Yeah, I think Rien's is cheating because Rien has like a lot of yapping in his. That's kind of crazy though. So 9 skills, and 8 of them are envy. Also, she's mono blonde, by the way. She also has the most coins in the game. I think she has 4 out of her 9 skills or 4 coins. 4 out of 9 of her skills, chat, are above 4 coins. She almost has half of her skills plus 4 coins. Anyway, let's just read into this and then you guys can see it for yourself. Skill 1 is Stomping. It is a 2-coin lust. It is coin power for every burn bleed on the target. She is burn bleed. If she has Leviathan, it activates as the skill 1-2, which is this, which we'll talk about later. If she has the Vengeance Tattoo, it will convert her 2nd coin into an Unbreakable. She also heals SP. Her 1st coin inflicts bleed count and also raises her stagger threshold. The 2nd inflicts bleed potency, and also she has Tattoo. She inflicts bind. It's a very simple skill 1. It is nothing to laugh home about. It's very standard for a middle identity. It heals SP, it raises her stagger threshold, it has bleed count. But the more important version is going to be the S1 too, but we'll talk about that later because that requires Leviathan. Since it's before use. Yeah. I guess so. This is before use, which I think that could be an error. She does get debuffed, yes, but it's very minor. We'll talk about that in a second. Ishmael lost because Ishmael's orange. Wow. Here we have skill 2, which is don't let something like this break you. The 3-coin blunt envy. You gain coin power for burn and bleed on target. Again, before use, if you have Leviathan, activate as gut stab. You have gain offense level up equal to the highest resin divided by X. You have convert the skill coins to the number of tattoos you have into unbreakables, beginning with skill 3. So this one, it gives you more unbreakable coins depending on how many tattoo you have. How do you check if you have a guest account? Check your account information on. So if you open Limbus, you press escape, you click account, it'll show your linked stuff. So at the top, it'll show you Steam, your email, and all that stuff. If the unit's sword is at first seal or second, you will also inflict a burn by the base amount of bleed this skill inflicts. So you also have aggro, and you have first coin inflicts bleed and bind. The second is bleed and paralyze next turn. So that's next turn paralyze. And then you have third is inflict bleed, and if you have vengeance tattoo, you deal bonus blunt damage. However, if you have first seal removed or second, you will also inflict burn. So this is bleed, burn, bleed, burn, bleed, burn. Paralyze again, by the way, which is very nice. Oh, trust me, she has 3 paralyze in her kit, by the way. This is one of the 3 paralyze that she gets. She has the most paralyze in the game, dare I say. And we move on to her first skill 3. Excuse me? Don't look over there. That's a spoiler for later. We have Stamp of Vengeance here. I'm going to have her face on screen so you guys can pay attention like jingling keys. We have our first skill 3, which is a 4-coin Blunt Envy with an unbreakable coin on the final coin. We have gain final power for every burn bleed on the target. We have at X Envy Res, you gain coin power. If you have Leviathan, you activate as complete and total extermination. On use, you gain offense level up equal to resin. On use, you gain final power equal to your tattoos. On use, you convert unbreakable coin. You convert your coins into unbreakable coins, beginning with the third skill. And then if you have the first or second seal, you inflict burn. You consume all of your grudge when using the skill. And then if you activate it as a counter, you gain blunt damage. And this is probably the most basic infliction that any character has had in the entire season. It is literally just first coin bleed, second bleed count, third bleed, fourth bleed count. Which is also burn, burn count, burn, burn count. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of burn and a lot of bleed probably. Mommy, whoop whoop. Yeah, that's why I have it on here so you guys can, you guys can focus. Anyway, so that's her first 3 basic skills. What about Kira? We'll see. We'll get there. Here's her defensive skill, which I'll show now because it's easier to explain later. Same thing as all the other identities. Rule violation is a 2-coin envy. Combat start at sum of envy A-res. Use Stamp of Vengeance, which is her skill 3. Or complete and total extermination, which is her skill 3-2 as a counter. Combat start, you gain missing HP as shield. Inflict bleed on the first coin, lower stagger threshold on the second coin. Very simple. Next, we have our skill 1-2. So we're going to move immediately to the Leviathan exclusive skills. That's because we'll be explaining Leviathan later. So we'll have I'll Get You Like a Fee, which is a 2-coin unbreakable envy blunt. You gain coin power for every burn bleed on the target. You gain offense level up equal to your highest resin divided by X. If you have Vengeance Tattoo, you inflict additional bleed on coin hit. Before attack, you will gain burn equal to the number of coins in this skill. An attack end, you lose SP. The first coin is unbreakable and inflicts bleed count and raises the stagger threshold. The second coin inflicts a burn and burn count. And if you have Vengeance Tattoo, you inflict a bind and paralyze. So, this skill 1 inflicts paralyze, which is kind of fucking crazy. It also has burn count, which is very nice. But yeah, that's our skill 1, a very nice skill 1, dare I say. Then we have skill 2 too, which, we have Gut Stab Leviathan, which is a, say it with me now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5 coin skill 2. Leviathan exclusive skill. If the target has burn, bleed, gain final power. The skill gains offense level equal to highest resin divided by X. You gain aggro to the skill next turn. Gain burn equal to the number of coins in the skill. Lose SP on attack. 5 coin skill 2. This is a Liu Gregor upscale, yes. First coin, burn. Second, bleed. Third, burn count. Fourth, bleed count. 5. By the way, more bind and paralyze. So that's 3 skills that she has that inflict paralyze. And it's on her Ascended 1 and Ascended 2. And just a lot of coins. So, yeah. This will be interesting, to say the least. But she also gains count, so it's bad. True! Hello, chat? Did I get slimed out by the middle? Hello? Hello, 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 hello? Okay, we're back. I think I crashed. I think my internet dropped. We're good, we're back. Sorry about that. I don't know what the hell happened. Anyway, I don't know what the last thing you guys heard me say. Tricked me, did you? No, I didn't trick you guys. No, wait. I'm sorry. I didn't even trick you. I don't know what happened. I got you sorted. I don't know what the last thing you heard me guys talking about was, but yeah, it's tricked me. I said true. I called her skill 3-1 basic. Death sentence, fuck. We heard true. I don't know what that was talking about. Anyway, I just finished talking about the gut stab. Tricked me, did you? So let's go on to the skill 3-2. I'm just gonna move on. Skill 3-2, which is the complete and total extermination. Here's her ascended skill. It is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coins. Is reading Samu's comment? Oh, okay. So I didn't say anything that special after that. So I was just moving down to the next skill. So here we have another 5 coin. Complete and total extermination. Elevated exclusive. Final power for every burn bleed on target. We also have more damage for every burn bleed on target. You also gain offense level up equal to highest res. If you have Vengeance Tattoo, you get coin power. If you have Vengeance Tattoo, you inflict more bleed potency. Before attack, you gain burn equal to the number of coins. You lose SP, attack end. You consume Grudge on self at attack end. If you activate it as a counter, you gain blunt damage up. And here are the following effects. Now, this is a fucking mouthful, bro. Look at this. First coin, burn. Second, burn count. Third, bleed, but has slash damage as final damage of burn and bleed. Then the fourth is bleed count and also has slash damage of final coin damage. Then the fifth one has pierce damage as final damage and blood damage as final damage. She has 1, 2, 3, 4% final damage moves on top of a single skill. That is also not including all of the other percent damage that she gets on her other fucking skills. So, massive Gregor upscale. And then, but wait. There's more. Because not only does this this is her Ascended Skill 3, by the way. So not only is this her Ascended Skill 3, which is fucking wild to have as a counter skill 3, but she gets another move. this move. Time to unpack. It's a 4-coin unbreakable blunt. External effects cannot trigger this skill to be reused. How the fuck can this skill be reused? I didn't say it in the video because it didn't even cross my mind. How is this skill reused? I don't know what makes you reuse this skill. It's a 4-coin. You can't reuse 4 coins. Unless there's some sort of like envy thing maybe that you can do or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, what is this skill? This is the 3-3. If the unit has Vengeance Tattoo, you deal slash damage. Bonus slash damage as final damage on coin hit. That's right, chat. If you have Tattoo, you deal slash damage equal to each coin's final damage on each individual coin hit. Each coin hit deals fucking bonus slash damage on top. An attack end, you also remove a seal, the sword. You inflict burn, you inflict bleed, you raise your stagger threshold, and inflict envy fragility next turn. Bleeding wallet, yeah. But it says external effects, so I'm not sure. Anyway, this also inflicts envy fragility for fucking some reason, bro. And it's a blood. Then the skill. This also gets used automatically, by the way. It has the 10 fragile, yeah. So, this is used automatically in the passive, which we'll get to. When will she lift up her glasses? She does that. You'll see when. But then we move on to everyone's favorite skill. Good girl. Your sacrifice for the family won't be forgotten. In her passive, she unstaggers. So anyway, we have the good girl passive. A good girl skill. 3-4, by the way. The first 3-4 in the game. May I mention this, by the way? This is the first 3-4 in the game. Leviathan exclusive. Unclashable. Target fixed. External effects cannot trigger this skill to be reused, and the skill does not trigger defensives. Gain final power for every burn and bleed on the main target. Gain final power and deal more damage for every middle vengeance tattoo on self. If the House of Spiders Ishmael is among the targets, deal more damage. Attack and consume all grudge and gain grudge. If a targeted ally is killed, then gain grudge. Unbreakable coin, 1 coin. If the target's blunt resist is below normal, treat it as normal. What that means, chat, is that this skill ignores ineffective blunt weakness. Or blunt resistance, I should say. So this skill, if you have blunt resist, not anymore. You are normal now. So no blunt resist. You can punch through blunt resist with this skill. If ineffective become normal, if weak, if ineffective become normal, if resist become normal. It also inflicts burn and burn count, bleed and bleed count, and also, by the way, it also deals another bonus blunt damage equal to coin's final damage. So. Yep. He's doing the Lang turn 1 gimmick. Blunt resist, did you? They never say insta kill the ally though. The monarch can bypass dying, baby. We will check it out in the passive. And that's all the skills, which as you can see why it's very long. Elevated is a condition, chat. We will get to how you get that. But that is all the skills. And now we move on to the passives, which, by the way, the middle's greed, if you were not aware. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just in case you can't see it right behind this one, 6 passives. 9 skills, 6 passives, 3 pages. Greed of the middle. Anyway, let's go right by the passive. Number 1. This unit is considered an identity that inflicts burn and bleed. If you have the first seal removed or the second seal removed, skills that inflict bleed are considered as skills that inflict burn and bleed. So just like how Ishmael has her blades. However, you need to have at least one seal removed to count to inflict burn. Pretty much. So, yeah, that's her first passive. Pretty much, she's perma burn bleed, which obviously means dual keyword, yada yada. This also affects passives, this affects support passive. This is honestly very important, by the way. The reason that, so it's like, you might look at this and be like, oh, this is just a mirror dungeon thing, but it's actually not just a mirror dungeon thing. It does help that it's a mirror dungeon thing, but actually it's an ego and support passive upscale. This is the same thing I talked about with Ishmael, where people are like, oh, it's just an MD slop. It's not MD. This also affects passives and ego, which is very important. So now, passives that give you bleed or burn increase can affect you even though you're applying it not through a keyword originally, which is good. It means you can apply stuff for like Philip passive, for example. Philip has a great support passive, which does require Wrath Res, but ignore the series there. Or things like Arda Blossom, which has a great support passive. Or things that require you to inflict the status effect. It essentially helps with that. Same with bleed. So like the usual. Second passive. Here's the main gimmick, chat. We have the Sealed Sword. By the way, the Sealed Sword also gives you buffs, if you thought. So don't even stress. If you thought the Sealed Sword did nothing, no, it gives you buffs. Sealed Sword Leviathan. Upon entering the encounter the first time, you gain the Sealed Sword. When each seal is removed from the sword, you gain a Rising Fever corresponding to the unsealed stage. When the following conditions are met, you lose the Rising Fever. Upon using a skill 3 or at a sum of NVA resin. Okay? You gain the fever and you lose the fever when you unseal and use skill 3. At X fever stack, use time to unpack as an unopposed attack at skill end. At X rising fever turn end stack, if this unit failed to use time to unpack in that turn, use time to unpack at next turn combat start. While this unit has Sealed Sword, at less than a certain amount of HP, use time to unpack regardless of the rising fever stack. Now, what the fuck does all this mean? Okay, let me explain. So, let's say you enter the fight, chat. Okay? You enter the fight, you have Sealed Sword. Let's just fudge the numbers real quick, just so I can explain it better. Let's say you activate, so you use the first seal, right? Now, how the hell do you use the first seal? Alright, you have to get the unopposed attack, right? So, she enters the fight with 1 Rising Fever. Right? Because remember we saw it in the screenshots, right? She has 1 Rising Fever on turn start. So if you skill 3 or NVA res, she loses the Rising Fever, which puts her at 0. At 0, theoretically, she will then use time to unpack. Now, the level that Leviathan is at is the level of Rising Fever she gets. So say it's the first seal, you get 1. Say it's the second seal, you get 2. And then the third seal, you get 3 or whatever, right? You want 0 Rising Fever? Yes. Now, you can't unseal the next sword, you can't unseal the next part of the blade until that hits 0. Which meaning you need to hit a bare minimum at the second unseal, chat. Like if you're at the second seal, you need to go 2 turns with skill 3 or a counter skill 3. Once you go 2 turns, then you get the third seal. Right? And that's how it works. Does Rising Level Fever do anything? Yes, it also gives you buffs. Don't fucking stress. It also gives you buffs, just in case you weren't greedy enough as the middle, but we'll get there. So, she works kind of like Tableau, chat. Think of it like the Honglu Ring Tableau, except it's a smaller amount and it refreshes every every time you you activate a grace period, pretty much. So obviously you have the first seal, the second seal, the third seal. Now you start with the first seal, however, you can't start with 0. That doesn't make sense. So... Oh no, you probably do start with 0, chat. Okay, so you start with... Okay, I understand how this works, chat. Alright, you need a bare minimum... Okay. You start the in combat with 0, I think. You use skill 3 or an envy res. Then at the end of that turn, you will activate your first seal. Boom. You have seal 1 and 1 rising fever. Then you go another turn, you use the skill 3, you drop it to 0. Then that next turn, you do it again. Boom, unseal at turn end. Now you have 2 rising fever because you're at sealed sword 2. Now you have to go through 2 more turns. Then on the 3rd turn, you get the complete Leviathan. So it takes you, chat, to get full Leviathan unlock, it takes you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skill 3s or 5 NVA resins to unlock OUTIS completely, chat. It takes 5 full NVA res turns or 5 turns of skill 3 to unsheath the Leviathan fully. Which I feel like is pretty fast. I feel like that's pretty fucking quick, to be honest with you. That's about as much as it takes for Rien to get. If you have good RNG, it's about the same as it takes for Furioso. I'm so good at counting. Thank you. I try my very best. Also, she's not done yet, by the way. At X minus HP, she gains ridiculous grit. Also, in case you guys are wondering about her stagger, when staggered for the first time in this encounter, recover from stagger at turn end and gain the grudge. Just in case you guys thought, she didn't have a stagger resist. No, that includes the first turn. You start at 0. You start at 0 rising fever, which means you need to use a skill 3 to get the unstack. Also, turn start at X middle grudge. By the way, staggers are not real. They are not real. That's where she lifts her glasses up? Yes, she lifts her glasses up then. Or when she gains ridiculous grit. It might be when she gains ridiculous grit. Also, this is very interesting. She also gets a free skill 3. At X grudge, replace a base skill on the dashboard with Stamp of Vengeance or Complete and Total Extermination. Applies only on the skill on the leftmost bottom row of the dashboard. This does not affect if Stamp or Complete are already in the slot. So, if you get grudge, she gets a free skill 3, much like the other Nurse Fathers. But she doesn't have like a ascended skill 3. She does. It's Complete and Total Extermination. But she also gets a free skill 3, just in case you guys wanted more and you're greedy. It's a free skill 3. She might start with 1. You might start with 1, or you might need 0. Who knows? We'll figure it out. By the way, in case you were unaware, the middle grudge chat is the exact same buff that Ishmael has. Just in case you were unaware, this is the same thing that Ishmael gets. Which is also damage, by the way. Then we have the second passive, which everyone loves because it's parenting. If the House of Spiders Apprentice Ishmael is on the field alongside this unit, activate the following effect. On Clash win gain, check this out, kiddo. If it was the first skill this unit used in that turn, gain additional check this out, kiddo. On hit using a skill, gain check this out, kiddo. Does not gain check this out, kiddo from using cracked coins. Effects only apply to the House of Spiders Ishmael. When Ishmael wins a clash, Ishmael gains, I got praised. If this was the first skill Ishmael used in that turn, Ishmael gains additional, I got praised. On hit, using Ishmael's skill, Ishmael gains, I got praised. If the skill that got hit was a skill 3, activated as a counter, she gains additional, I got praised. Does not gain it from using crack coins. So you want to use Ishmael's counter skill 3, by the way. That's how she gets the most praise. Yeah, this just buffs them by existing. So you get it from both, but I think you lose this effect on getting hit We'll see. Anyway, that's the second passive. Yeah, no, that's the third passive. So she got the praise, and check this out, kiddo. Violet Breaking Slam. Ah, here's the one that you guys might be interested in. Sakai. The middle. In this encounter, if this encounter begins while this unit is already defeated, or if this unit is defeated during the encounter, Blade of the House of Spiders Ryoshu gains the following effect. She gains Entanglement. She takes less damage, and when hit, she gains offense level up. So my prediction for her getting the grit buff was incorrect. She does not get grit. However, it's very duly noted to say that this is not string severance. This is bonus damage taken, not string severance. So, yeah. She already takes less damage with the string severance buff. This is bonus. So she probably takes even less damage. So she might have up to 50% damage resist. Shin and all the strings gives 50%. It might give her more. This might give her more. This might give her more if that's what the buff is. She high-key might have like 70% damage resist. And also, if she gets hit, gains offense level up, which is very good because that affects unbreakable coins, chat. So, unbreakable coin upscale. If she hits an unbreakable coin, well, she gets offense up, which honestly I feel like is pretty worth, to be honest with you. This actually makes Maddie's OUTIS really fucking good to kill in the House of Spiders team early. Because, I mean, offense level up helps you win clashes and do damage. Taking less damage also makes you, survive longer. If you're fighting against unbreakable coins, it's pretty much a win-win. Then we'll move on to the next passive. Thanks, kiddo. Passive. When this unit has the Leviathan. When this unit has Leviathan. When an ally that has less than X% HP loses a clash against an enemy, use Good Girl. Your sacrifice for the family won't be forgotten. Skill that targets the said enemy as the main target and said ally as the sub-target. The House of Spiders Ishmael has a Y HP conditional instead of X. If the skill killed an ally in the middle, gain envy damage up next turn. If this skill killed Ishmael, gain avenging my family next turn. That's right, chat. This ID kills everyone. Everyone is not safe. Everyone is getting slimed by OUTIS. And if you happen to kill a middle, you gain envy. The most important thing is if you kill a middle, you gain envy. If you kill Ishmael, you gain Avenging the Buff, which is probably what you want. Also, this HP conditional, chat, is probably like less than 20% HP or something. So like very much... You know how like Fell Bullet is used, chat? Where like when you have like 10-20% HP left, you might as well just Fell Bullet. This is kind of how it works. If you do not have a middle ID or Ishmael, when your ID hits below 20%, OUTIS just slimes them out. Like, just let OUTIS slime them out. It's probably better. However, Ishmael probably has 100% HP conditional instead. So, never let Ishmael lose a clash, bro. Ishmael probably has an 80, like 100% or 75% HP. I got here at 9s. Yeah, Ishmael will get slimed out turn 1. Wouldn't she target Labushu? Wouldn't that transfer to her since she also deals Nurse Father? Have you ever seen House of Spiders Ryoshu lose a clash? Let alone, have you ever seen House of Spiders Ryoshu be lower than the assumed 25% HP? I'm gonna be honest with you, no, I've never seen that. So Ryoshu can't be targeted unless she loses a clash. But she has to be under HP to lose a clash. She can't lose HP if the Nurse Fathers are alive. Guys, she literally cannot target Ryoshu. Ryoshu cannot drop below 100% HP. Yeah, exactly. Ryoshu can... In fact, she might frag another House of Spiders. Exactly. So it'll probably be Ishmael who gets fragged out. Parenting passive too. You lose a clash. I don't care. Your punishment is becoming a donut. So yeah, the most important. Also, by the way, this works with Ricardo. By the way, in case you guys didn't know, if you have Ricardo as the backup unit, he will get buffed by this. First kill to Ishmael, let me see. Ryoshu will kill whoever you have as your last deployed unit. Whoever your last deployed is, she'll target them first. However, note chat, you actually don't want Ryoshu to kill Ishmael. You actually want OUTIS to kill Ishmael. It says, if this skill killed Ishmael, gain avenging the family. So you do not want Ishmael to get killed by Ryoshu. We'll see what this buff gives her. By the way, on the 6th passive, here we have the Book of Vengeance. Turn end, apply the Vengeance mark on X amount of enemies that dealt the most skill damage to an ally. The Vengeance mark as usual. We have turn end, apply Book of Vengeance to the House of Spiders on X enemies that did the most damage this turn. Then we have combat start, gain the grudge every resin. This is like Ishmael, by the way. If the following conditions are met during the combat phase, you gain more grudge. When hit by a unit or when hit by another unit skill. When Ishmael is hit by another skill. So she gains grudge when she envy reses, when she gets hit, when Ishmael's hit. If the following conditions are met during the combat phase, gain more grudge. When the middle ally is hit by another unit skill, or when a House of Spiders is hit by skill. Note, however, this does not count toward the initial one. So there are only 2 instances of you getting grudge chat. Well, envy res, OUTIS is hit, Ishmael is hit, a House of Spiders is hit, or a middle is hit. When this unit gains grudge, if the target has Vengeance mark, you gain more grudge. You gain Vengeance tattoo every time this unit consumes grudge. Guys, this works exactly 1-to-1 like Ishmael. Ishmael has 15 max grudge. She consumes 5 grudge up to 2 times per turn to gain 1 augmented tattoo. She can only gain 2 augmented tattoo per turn. This is exactly like Ishmael, 1-to-1. However, Ishmael also gets buffed. She also might have 30. Yeah, she might have a bigger cap and more damage. She also has another Ishmael buff chat. Effects only apply to Ishmael. When the House of Spiders middle OUTIS is hit by another unit skill, Ishmael will gain more grudge. So, just in case you thought it wasn't already fast enough to gain grudge on Ishmael. By the way, this is actually massive. I think this lets you get 15 grudge turn 1, by the way. I'm positive. So I think the highest you could have gotten normally is like 12 turn 1. I think this lets you get 15 turn 1, which is insane, by the way. That's 2 augmented tattoo a turn. Holy fuck, that's nuts. Like at bare minimum, you got 4. At like maximum efficiency, you got 12. So that's 15. It's 3 more damage. And the support passive, which by the way, is also OP. Someone messed with the family? I fucking hope they didn't. because combat start, allies that have equipped counter skills gain damage up and protection. If the affected ally is in the middle, they gain envy damage and protection instead. By the way, I'm like 99% this is an envy res, bro. There's no way this is not an envy res skill. So be prepared for that. What do they say that Otis shoot blade she gains? So Otis gains entanglement, she takes less damage, and whenever she's hit, she gains offense up. For whatever reason, using her as a backup? Yeah, for whatever reason, like, I don't know. You don't want her to slime your team out. So that's the passives. Now, we've got all of this. We've done all the skills. But wait! There's more! Because now we have to go through this. And if you thought all of that was ridiculous, that it couldn't get any better, you're dead wrong. Because she gets even more buffs. House of Spiders, Book of Vengeance. Against units that have this effect, Otis and Ishmael heal SP on hit using skill. On hit using a skill against the House of Spiders Otis, she gains additional grudge. On hit using the House of Spiders against Ishmael, she gains additional grudge. Expires at turn end. If the target has Vengeance mark, deal more damage. Obviously, this is the grudge effect. Her Vengeance Tattoo, which is final power for base skills for every X stack, and more envy and blunt damage for every X stack. This is the same as Ishmael. We have, check this out, kiddo. Reduced when this unit is hit by skills. At X stacks, base skills gain final power. Blunt skills deal more damage for every stack. I got praised, which I am just coming out to say is... first of all, this looks very cute. Very cool. But this looks... so this is on the same level as the head pat Dawn. This is head pat Dawn tier. Look at this fucking icon. Look at her. She got praised. Oh, why is she so happy? Look at her. It doesn't even look like Ishmael anymore. She just looks like she just turned into a little creature. I got praised. If you lose Ishmael, do you lose the checkout passive? Great question. I have no idea. I assume so. I got praise. You probably lose the ability to gain stacks, but if you have a lot already, it's good. Octopus. So, Ishmael reduces when this unit is hit. At X stack, she gains base final power, and also her blunt skills deal more damage. So, very good and very, very adorable. Very praiseworthy. Here is Ridiculous Grip. Oh, by the way, here's Ridiculous Grit. So remember Ridiculous Grit? She gets that when she's under an X amount of HP. So it's probably under 50% HP, chat. When she loses her stagger threshold, my prediction is this is probably when she gets it. So fix any attack type resistance that exceeds normal to normal. That's right. Otis loses her damage type weaknesses. It specifically says attack type, not sin affinity. So her attack type, whatever she's weak to, which I think is Pierce, right? Because Mardius is weak to Pierce. She loses her Pierce weakness and just gets normal. Then, if that wasn't enough, she takes minus the middle Vengeance Tattoo, okay? Stack, multiply by Y, plus X, reduce damage from skills. So probably like 20% damage reduction on top of Ricardo's 20% damage reduction. Yeah, that's kind of cracked. Now, I think you only get this once, like per one turn, but for that one turn, she's effectively immortal. On Clash win, she also heals additional Clash count, X SP. And then if the unit lost SP this turn due to its skills, deal more damage next turn using base skills. Lose stack. So what I'm thinking, okay, so her max stack might be 3. All right, so here's probably what it is, chat. Her grudge probably has a cap of 30, and her tattoos probably a cap of 3, which means that she needs to consume 10 grudge to get 1 stack, and she can gain up to 3, which would probably make sense because you consume them. Maybe. We'll see. By the way, we're not done yet. Remember how I told you that the sealed sword gave her buffs? Yeah, the sealed sword gives her buffs, by the way. Sealed sword, gain haste next turn. How much burn does she gain? She staggers from burn and enters grit. She gains burn equal to the amount of coins that she has. By the way, gain haste next turn. Blunt base skills deal more damage for every bleed on the target. On final coin using a base skill, if you have X bleed, deal Y% of coin final damage, blunt damage. That's right, you thought we were done from deal % final damage as bonus damage? Nope, that's just in her fucking buffs for free. She gets it for free. By the way, this gets better. This is the sealed sword. This is what you start with. Then it turns into the seal removed. You gain more haste. You deal more damage, except this time it has a burn conditional. And you still get the final power of the blunt damage, which just probably deals more damage. But wait, it still goes! Because the second seal gains more haste, has more blunt damage, and her final coin deals slash bonus damage, probably more damage than before. And then, at the end of it all, the final one, Leviathan gives her burn. Turn start. Inflict burn on all units on the field. Welcome, burn season. Replace this unit's base attack skills with Leviathan skills corresponding to the skill rank. Blunt base skills deal more damage for every burn bleed on the target. And on final coin hit using a base skill, if you have burn bleed, Y% of final damage as pierce damage. A custom ID with all the slash and blood. I don't like joking about sinking season anymore. Please spare my life. So, yeah. Oh, and then we also have Avenging My Family, which is what Ishmael gets. This is what she gets after getting Ishmael. Note how this doesn't expire, chat. So, you see it has a pointy end. So, here's Avenging My Family. This does not expire. Envy base skills deal more damage. Base skills gain final power. That doesn't expire. If you kill Ishmael with Otis, you get this permanently. More envy damage, more base skills. Yippee. Aizen would be proud. And then we have a Rising Fever. Lose a stack when meeting one of the following conditions. Using skill 3 or using skill 3 normally or at a counter, or activating an envy res. At X stack, use time to unpack the skill. If this was fan ID. What are you gonna do? Stop me? Yeah, so there you go. Sunglasses, everyone glasses spam. Because that's the end of the Otis kit. So 4 turns to go to Leviathan, about 5, approximately 5 turns. And there you go. That was the entire middle Otis kit. And god fucking damn, is it a fucking massive one, bro. Holy shit. I really just said, fuck everyone, especially you. Just make a Mattias, just make the real Mattias kit. Massive as her mommy status. I guess so, man. So she buffs Ishmael. She has a good death, assumingly, from House of Spiders. She's an amazing envy unit. She's a burn unit. She probably does bleed as well. She does bonus bleed damage when she has Leviathan out. So, yeah. Hooey mama. Just make her Martius. It literally is just Martius. It's just Martius 1-for-1. Almost. This is a Moth Ego Skip. That's right. This is an Ardor Blossom Faust upscale! Oh my goodness. Holy shit, it's an Ardor Blossom mouse upscale. Massive W. Who else is this upscale? I mean, it inflicts burn on everyone. The Philip upscale, if you think about it. Revert the nerves. Is a counter-only strategy viable with her? Yeah, you can still counter-spam. If you counter-spam, that's how you get the Leviathan the fastest. It's a high show upscale! We're back! Holy shit. It's a fucking high show upscale. High show season is back! We never left, baby! We were always in Hongwan. Yippee! Future Xiao upscale. How is she compared to the other Dose Fathers? She is probably the strongest provision, like, just from looking at, like, the amount of coins that she has and what she does. She's probably as strong as fucking Rian and dude, Callisto, like, Hong Lu and Rian are fucking cracked, right? She's probably on the exact same tier as them. Well, it looks like she's on the same tier as them. Like, obviously, we gotta wait. She is a middle identity, so she definitely relies on Envy Res. Why is it an upscale for Mouse? I said Ardor Blossom Mouse. She is so selfish. Yeah, she is definitely greedy. Callisto buffs the ring. Dude. I'm just like, she definitely needs to be an envy ring. Yeah, that's the big thing, chat. So that's the difference between her and Callisto. She really, really wants to be in an envy team. Obviously, you could remember, you could still get her seals, chat, because you only need a envy res. Look, so just like how Ishmael has it, envy resin. So you don't need an A res, chat. So you only need like an envy res. So this is probably the same as like how Ishmael only needs a 3 envy res to get her like blades. The power of the next thing, the field damage probably provides more support power. Well, yeah, Rien doesn't provide any support besides the Dawn. He gives her prey. Like, we pat her head. But she also just has, but the thing is, chat, like, even if she is not on par, she has so much. So this is like the part of the kit reviews that's so hard. She has so many bonus effects. You really can't put into words how strong something is. Like, look at this. Her seals make her deal bonus damage. She gets bonus damage from the Mark. She gets bonus damage from the House of Spiders. She gets bonus damage from the Vengeance. She gets bonus damage from fucking, you know, beating ass. She gets bonus damage when you use the skill. She gets bonus damage when she's a Leviathan. She gets bonus damage here. She gets fucking bonus damage here. Bonus damage here. Bonus damage here. She's gonna be doing at least like 800 plus damage on the skill 3 alone. Like, how dead Barbara Otis is. No, not Barbara. You know what? No. The only guys, Barbara Otis. Look, Middle Otis doesn't have attack weight. Middle Otis only has attack weight on the Frag Ishmael move. Okay, but Barbara Otis is an attack weight upscale. But anyway, yeah, but she literally has 5 coins. She has 2 5-coin skills. You almost, like, look at this. 1, 2. So she has 2 4-coin skills and 2 5-coin skills. Fucking pardon me? What the fuck? Magic Bullet is dead? No, Magic Bullet is, okay, here's the thing, right, chat? You've noticed that Middle Ishmael doesn't have a unique burn, but Middle Ishmael inflicts burn to everyone, right? She plays more like a standard burn unit. I would say that if you're trying to optimize like burn damage at the end of the turn, like strictly burn damage, then yeah, Magic Bullet is going to be what you want. But if you're going to want an identity to fuck someone, Yeah, you're probably gonna be rocking with this now. In general, burn or bleed teams? I think she'll be using bow. I'm not sure. Bleed might be a bit hard because she literally has 5 coins. But she also has a lot of infliction. We'll have to wait for the values. It's kind of like how Ishmael can be used in a bleed team as well. You just need to play a bit like smart with her. Probably the same thing with her. How great do you think the next Mersault ID will be? The highlight. Shit, dude, the next Mersault ID chat, it might be able to be Goku, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That's true. I mean, there's multiple. I mean, Dark Flame still does a lot of damage. Again, it depends what you want. Because you gotta remember, she still has the ego. Chat, Magic Bullet is still alive because guess what? There's nothing stopping you from running. Guys, there is nothing stopping you from running the Magic Bullet ego on top of this identity. So, what if you just decided Magic Bullet ego anyway? Fuck. You could just fire the ID, just use both. Fuck it, we ball, right? You can get Dark Flame and use fucking Middle Otis if you're only gonna use it for the ID. The 7th Magic Bullet is what's stopping you? Well, yeah, but you're not gonna use it past the 7th bullet, probably. How many? It's Pride, right? How many houses? Dude, there's like no, only Ryoshu and like Rian have Pride. I don't even think Valencina and Sinclair does. The Sinclair, Rian, Valencina. So Sinclair, Rian, so Sinclair, Yisang, Ryoshu are the only people who have Pride skills, and you gain it plus Pride. Pride or Wrath? Is it Wrath? I thought it was just Pride. Good look. You go. Magic Bullet. Oh, it's just highest resin. Oh god, I thought it was Pride res. Oh geez, no, it's just highest resin. Ah, fuck. Yeah, okay, so never mind. You probably get 2 or 3 instances of Magic Bullet before you blow your brains out. The max you can get is 4 per turn. But also, chat, the passive is really good because if you have 7 Magic Bullet, you can just inflict more burn. Nice. But yeah, I still think the Magic Bullet, you gotta remember, chat, the Magic Bullet ID still has like 7 attack weight with the skill 3. Like, her skill 3 is still really good. You know? It's just, is she doing a 5 coin that guts you with a Leviathan relic? No, he's not doing that. But, if you use the ego with Magic Bullet ID, she does inflict more Dark Flame with her passive. And potential threat spin 5? Who knows? What deployment do you think Otis goes in the House of Spiders team? So you want to kill Ishmael, but you want Otis to kill Ishmael. I still think Hong Lu chat is the most fraggable House of Spiders unit. So I think you go this. I think you go Hong Lu. Okay. Maybe Hong Lu. I mean, it doesn't really matter what order you use them in if you're going to kill them all. Maybe Hong Lu, Dawn, Faust. No, you don't want to do... Yeah, no, you don't want to do that. Because if you kill them... But you need to kill at least 2 Nurse Fathers by the 2nd turn. Maybe Rian. Nah. Rian is really good as a general. I guess it really just depends what you want. Have you tried TATV with Slay the Heavens? I have not. Is 7 Bullet Magic Skill 3 the highest rolling skill still? I'm pretty sure that's... They're not taken by Heathcliff? I thought it was taken by Heathcliff. Or one of the reindeer? A lot of the single coins, fast passive isn't that great. Well, fast passive gives you shield. But the idea is you want to kill... you want to kill the people who take too long to charge up. Let me look. This is for the Clash of 31 to 41. Honglu, Apprentices, Rien, Rest. The thing is, chat, Sinclair is always last. Unless you do this one simple trick. Which is not put him in the fight. And then have him sub in last. So if you have Sinclair sub in last, you can frag the other people. I still think Honglu you kill number one. Okay, it depends. Are you going to use the Nurse Fathers? I think you back up Sinclair, chat. I think that's how it works. Hold on, let me minimize this. No. We can just go in game and just fucking look at it this way, like way easier. So we have Ryoshu. You have, let's just put all the House of Spiders in here, just in the Apprentices in here, so we can just keep this shit. Magic Bullet as a reference. So you kill Honglu, then you start killing two. So you kill one. You want Otis to kill Ishmael, but that also implies that you want to kill Otis. So that means you can't have these two last. So Ring Claire will be in the backup. So 1, and then maybe like 2, 3. You kill that 4, 5, and then Sinclair comes in. The reason that I mean, you can put him in the... Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 7. I mean, you actually, no, you have to back up him. 1, 2. Yeah, we're actually past the 7 turn count now, so you have to... The 7 team count, so you have to put him in backup. So you have to put someone in the backup, chat. So I'd say probably Sinclair in the backup. We have Val and Lucio. Oh, fuck, we don't know what they do yet, so I'll just put, like, the 2 here. Yeah, you never Nurse Father. Well, if you want to sacrifice the House of Spiders, you want to kill every Nurse Father. You do want to do that. If you want to use House of Spiders, you got to kill everyone. Kill everyone so you get the buffs. Oh yeah, by the way, so String Severance gives you 7.5 for every stack at a max stack of 4. Isn't that crazy, by the way? So that's 30%, chat. So 30% with the 4 Nurse Fathers, and Otis's 1 also makes you take less damage. I think she might take 50% reduced damage. Oh, is it low without the Dark Flame? I mean, essentially. She gets 20%? Oh, dude, you're right. I forgot. Wait, but is it additive? Wait, chat, but is it additive or multiplicative? You gotta remember, if it's multiplicative, it's not actually 20%. If it's additive, it is 20%, but that depends. Where's her Shin? Missed it. Oh, it's in her. It's actually a skill. All right, I forgot. I'm not sure if this is Limbus code. I don't know. You'd have to look into the files of this. If this is multiplicative, it's not actually 50%. If it's additive, it's 20%. What is this Otis ID? Yeah, it's wild. So I still think you kill Honglu. Yeah, Honglu. Then maybe Dawn, so you can get sinking, which is nice. So you kill these two. Well, you kill. That's 1 turn. Then you kill. Faust. That's 2 turns. Then hopefully Otis kills Ishmael. And then that leaves the 2 Nurse Fathers last. Oh, no. Then sub Sinclair in. Hold on. And then kill OUTIS? No, because then Sinclair prevents the Nurse Fathers from dying. So you can prevent one Nurse Father from... No, they both still die. Doesn't matter. Okay, no, that doesn't matter. They still both die. How can you pick the order? Whoever you deploy last, I'll give you an example. When you're using House of Spiders Ryoshu, whoever you deploy last is the person you kill first. So say I want to bring in the House of Spiders team. I want this, right? Sinclair is always targeted last no matter what, so it doesn't matter. But let's just put him at number 2 just for visual. With this order here... Oh, sorry. With this order here, it's going like this. The first turn, I kill the last person you deploy is the first person you kill. So, last person is Honglu. Honglu dies. Okay? Then, I get 2 kills per turn because I killed Nurse Father. Then the next person who's going to die is Dawn, and then Ishmael. And then it's going to be Faust and Yisang. And then it's going to be Sinclair. Because of how Sinclair's passive, or the passive works with Sinclair. But if I change it up and I do like this, so I say like maybe this, right? Yeah, Rian is now targeted first, and then it'll skip Sinclair and it'll go to middle OUTIS and Honglu. Then it will go to Dawn and Faust, and then it will go to Sinclair last.
I think
it's going to be a bit easier to choose who to kill once you get 2 more slots of the team, because at the moment I'm pretty sure it's uneven, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's uneven, so you're always going to have to use 1 turn to kill just Sinclair alone, unless he's the literal... Unless you somehow slot him in first with no other theoretical Nurse Father, which I don't think you... Oh, Apprentice. I mean, you could do just Apprentices. Apprentice kills do just focus 1 at a time. Like, maybe you could do something like... You kill him first, and then sub in a Nurse Father. That lets you sub in 2 more people, and then that kills 2 more. It depends what you want. And the next one is Innovator. Does that mean World Focus is right after? No. So chat. So in case you're unaware of what is coming up next, let me explain. So just to let you know, the order of things that are coming so far with no changes are Railway Line 6 is this week. Okay, so Line 6 will be this week. The next piece of content that comes out most likely will be the Innovalo. Right, so we'll get the next Innovalo, the Innovalo 952. Then after the Innovalo, we'll be getting the Line 2 Bokgak. Right, so we'll get the Line 2 Bokgak. Once we get the Line 2 Bokgak, then Walpurgis is theoretically that next. Once Walpurgis is there, that's the last piece of content before the end of the season. My index run, and thank you so much. No worries. Kanto 10, guys, will start in August, so beginning of August if there is no delays. Who goes after the next ally? Yeah, it doesn't matter that where Sinclair's slotted. It just skips him, yeah. Yeah, chat, we're also going to get Reflectrial. That's actually a good point. So, 1 week after the Innovalo comes out, chat, we will get the new Reflectrial. By the way, you know that we're going to be fighting Ricardo with Middle OUTIS. That's going to be interesting. Do you need an upside House of Spiders for Ryoshu get buffs? No. It is additive, so it is 50%. Oh, fuck. Ryoshu might be like 70% reduced damage, which is fucking nuts. tricked me, did you? Tricked me, did you? And then gets fucking, like, atomized. One cycle Ricardo. You might be able to. All of that if our director doesn't decide to release it. True. MD tonight? No, there's no mirror dungeon chat. We're gonna be done. We're gonna even be the boss for the next Nevada. We're going straight to N Corp. Well, remember we're hunting distortion, so it's probably gonna be distortion. Level upscale. Yeah, if you don't want to use the House of Spiders, you don't have to level them up or even uptie them. You can just keep them at level 1, fell bullet them, and then just like mass murder everyone and keep Ryoshu buffed. But Ryoshu one-shots them anyway. The thing is, chat, you want to kill with Ryoshu, because when you kill with Ryoshu, right, you get the very good buff. This is the very good buff. You get Entangled Life, which is your free ego, and you get 20 Blade Trails. This is very important, by the way. Every kill that you do, this is how you get her Shrink Connection and her Echo Shear the fastest, by the way. Because each ally in the House of Spiders you kill is 20. So that's 2 allies gives you 40 DUA star. You need 50 to get the buff and 50 to get Echo Shear. So optimally, chat, the way you want to do this, by the way, optimally, is this. You enter the fight, you do 1 Slay the Heaven, or 2 Slay the Heavens, depending on what you want. Right? That gives you enough to get Echo Shear, depending on if you kill a Nurse Father or not. You kill 1 Nurse Father and then 2, so that's 3 dead. You get Echo Shear. And then you could just spam Echo Shear again, and then kill 2 more, and then that gives you 60. You just get infinite Echo Shear. Two turns after killing a Nurse Father to give 1 Echo Shear. Yeah, pretty much. Also, we don't know what Otis is... How long... We don't know if... I assume Otis is going to kill Ishmael at full HP, by the way. It's either full HP or 50%, but I doubt it's anything lower than 50%. It has to be higher. Can Otis survive? I don't think so. I don't believe so. It's fixed damage. It's 120% of their HP. There. If it's 100, it's BS. If it's 100, you just slime Ishmael out turn 1. I think it'd be really funny though if it was. But chat, but how funny would it be if you rolled a 5% on Ishmael and you lost the clash, and then just like, and then just Otis appears behind Ishmael and just fucking hits her with like the Viltrumite like neck slash, you know, like the slash that they do in like Invincible. Whoosh, they do like the slash, and fucking rips her in half. Poor girl. It might be fixed. I think it's fixed damage, chat. I think Otis gives it fixed damage, yeah. If it's gonna be like how Ryoshu is, yeah, it'll be fixed. You have to unbox Leviathan before you slime Ishmael. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you can't kill her turn 1. Yeah, it's a oh yeah, it is Leviathan exclusive, isn't it, chat? I forgot about that. Yeah, she can't. Yeah. So you need it. Okay, so the bare minimum that you. Oh goodness. So you need turn 5 bare minimum to kill Ishmael. Turn 5, because it's the Leviathan. I forgot that it's Leviathan exclusive. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of just thought she did it for fun, to be honest with you. So yeah, it might be like 50%. Because I think at that point, you'll probably take a lot of damage. You can't just never kill Ishmael if you can, it's true. I mean, you need the Leviathan to kill Ishmael. It's the purple Viltrumite. That's crazy. Build up kind of hurts. I mean, isn't it a good thing you don't frag Ishmael turn 1? I mean, you could I mean, as I've said, there are 3 types of comps with the House of Spiders. There's Ryoshu comp, where you kill everyone turn 1, so it doesn't matter. There's comp 2, where you use the identities in their respected faction, which is middle with middle, ring with ring, index with index. And then there's 3 where you do a mix of both. Where you do like half-half, and you don't do all full. It does not trigger defensive skills when you hit an ally. Killing my daughter turn 1 because I'm bored. Yeah. How much HP should you get? I think according to the screenshot, it was like 235. Holy shit, what? Yeah. Gonna be a wild day tomorrow, lads. Ball, blind lineage, Ryoshu. It's about violence and attacking each other. I'm starting to suspect this might not be a happy family. True. Oddly short, it's been 3 hours. This is how long they normally go for. Somehow we yapped about patch notes and Ishmael for 3 hours. Also, chat, as a reminder on how the Ryoshu works, Ryoshu only uses the Aryashiki at the end of the ally's turn. So theoretically, on the same turn that you Aryashiki, usually it's 4 to 5. No, those are the exceptions. 3 is the bare minimum. 5 is the like typically the longest. And also it depends what I'm doing. I'm not doing Mirror Dungeon today, so I think it'll be 3 hours. Anyway, that's speaking of, that's gonna be it, chat. I will be putting timestamps in the comments for the patch notes in case you want to jump to those types of patch notes, in case you're really interested to see what we're talking about. What teams will I be playing for Railway 6? We will be talking about that tomorrow, probably, in getting prepared. Or we'll just wait because we don't know how the section's going to work fully. I mean, we've got an idea, but we'll prep that tomorrow. So tomorrow, guys, we'll be back to Mirror Dungeoning tomorrow. And, yeah. Oh, actually, that reminds me. Chat, tomorrow is the final achievement, guys, for my Battle Pass. So we're going to be doing the final achievement run tomorrow, which we'll figure out what team to do. Maybe a celebratory... Maybe we'll do a keyword list or something. Or a base ID or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's going to be it. Hope you all enjoyed. See you tomorrow. If you haven't seen the Matthias Otis kit overview, it's on the YouTube. If not, you can just check the comments below. All right. Y'all have a good one. Take care. Love you all. Appreciate you guys. See you tomorrow. All right. Bye-bye.